Good morning, everybody, and welcome into episode 4 of the Unpacking podcast. How are you doing today, Jetpack? Welcome into the stream. I'm a little late. Might have slept in, but we're here. I'm feeling good. I hope you're all feeling good as well. Hi! Oji-san! Ohayo! Ohayo gozaimasu. Good morning. Ohayo. Long time no see, Oji-san. Just finished breakfast? Me too. I'm now on to second coffee. Hi, Jets. Hi, everybody. Welcome into the pod. Welcome into the podcast. Secret Prax greetings. Welcome in. I'm trying to do the Jets relaxed podcast voice. She's a professional. Good morning. Welcome in. Gundam. We'll see how long it takes me before I inevitably have to try and talk around spoiling Gundam. Because I might have went and seen Gundam last night. Maybe. Let me thank these packs for supporting this goddamn stream. You bastards. Thank you so much to Rakanov for supporting with Prime. For 8 months of support in the loading screen. Thank you so much, dude. And Falcon, thank you also for being a Prime Pack for 3 months of support. Do Prime Packs. Thank you so much, buddies. I really appreciate it. It was so cool. It was so cool. Also, that's a lot of popping. Calm down, nom nom. No spam and the mods will get you. But yeah, it was incredible. I really don't want to say more about it. In fact, we could probably get into so I said spoilers in the title, but I think we can unpack a little bit to this morning rather than actually talking about the spoilers for New Gundam, which is I don't know what to say. Damn called out. Oh yeah, I see you. I see everything. Always watching, Wazowski. Rusty Robots, thank you so much for 5 months of support. How are you doing, buddy? Thank you for supporting the stream for 5 months. Hope you're doing lovely this morning. Good morning. Welcome in. Just quick, how many U's are in the title? No, that's too much. I'm still waking up. Come on, give me a second. Come on, you can't ask me to read text at the start of stream. Is it dyslexia-phobic? Chief Vonnecat 1. Dude, thank you for choosing to re-support the stream and be a Prime Pack. 2nd month of support here. We haven't got you all the way yet. I like to say that after 3 months of support, you got the brain rot. You're still on the edge, sir. You're still teetering. You're like, this brain rot is pretty good, but is it my kind of brain rot? Time will tell. But thank you so much for choosing to support 2 months with Prime. There's a lot of Prime this morning. What's happening? It's Prime season. It's Prime time television. It's Prime podcast timing. I've never watched a Gundam. I just want to know when we're getting the plastic models, those new robots, they look neat. I think they already are out. I saw Cha, not that Cha, VTuber Cha, who is also a Gundam enjoyer. I saw Cha posted an image and it was of the kit. So I'm assuming the kits are currently out. I don't know if it didn't seem like a model. It seemed like a kit that she'd built of the quacks. Yeah, the main quacks is out. I think you can get the quacks. I don't know if you can get the Zaku suits, and I really want to know about the Zaku suits because the Zaku designs are really cool. I specifically love the spoilers. This isn't spoilers because it's in the trailer. This isn't spoilers because it's in the trailer. I really like the military Zaku suits. Also, Alexander Graham, buddy, thank you so much for 18 months of support. Got my Cynapse logo, baby. Yeah, you do. You're a proper admiral in the company. You're like an official Synapse officer. Thank you for supporting for 18 months. That means you're a true regular around here. And also Otter Castle, new month fresh Prime sub. Is that what's happening? Is it really Prime season? Thank you for choosing to spend your Primes right here, boys. I appreciate it. And thank you so much for 16 months support, Otter Castle. Thank you so kindly. Pretty sure I saw kits when I was in the Gundam base last month. Oh, it's so exciting. Yeah, I think there is the quacks. You can get that. I really want a kit of the police Zakus. I love the decals. Love the decals of the police suits. What do you think of the Metal Gears from Metal Gear Solid? Fate, hi, welcome back. have almost like a controversial take, I think, on the Metal Gears. Dopey, good morning. Have fun streaming. New channel icon too. Yeah, we should talk about that. We should get into that. We're going to talk about spoilers, how we feel about spoilers culturally, like what's everyone's opinions on spoilers. And we will talk about the new branding. Yeah, the police suckers are so good. And oh my god, the combat is so sexy. Not sexy. It was. Honestly, like, oh god, the mech combat. Watch Quacks. I was just... Okay, I'm going to talk about it. I will get into my whole experience of watching the film. It's quite funny. There's a few anecdotes I have to share. But also, Dappy, thanks for inviting. I hope you have a good one. Want to finish that question about the Metal Gears. So, obviously, when you first play Metal Gear, you see Rex. Like, Rex is the best ever mech ever. Big, chunky, gorgeous, bipedal boy, and he's gorgeous, and I love him. And then you see Ray, and you're like, Ray's okay. I kind of like Ray. But I actually think I like Ray more. But this is the reason why I think I like Ray over Rex. Controversial. I know everyone loves Rex. Rex is the best boy forever. The reason I like Ray, it's got less to do about Ray being like the superior design and more to do with Ray feeling more true to I always forget his name. The actual artist. MGS artist. Yoji Shinkawa. Ray feels more spiritually like a Yoji Shinkawa design than Rex does. Like, Rex feels like is an incredible design, but Ray feels like a bit more of like that right there expresses so much what Yoji Shinkawa's designs are like. It's way more, Zone of Endersry. It's way more like, I guess, any of the suits, all the little, there's that kind of unique streamline thing about Ray that I really like. And that's why I like Ray more, just because, I don't know, art brain, I can feel it's more true to the artist's style. The shape language, yeah, exactly. Even though, like, I'm more biased for a chunky mech personally, I think Ray's design feels more true to Shinkawa, which I like. And because I love Shinkawa's art. I like the Stagolotherus in the railgun mode. Ooh, okay. Jets, new paper picture, corporate jets. So we got a couple things to get into this morning, and I'm already getting distracted. Any future plushie plans? I know you just had a sale. I'm just curious. I missed it. At the moment, post your plush packs, boys. Post your plush packs. At the moment, no. It'd be one of those things where I would love to do more plushies, because the jetpack plush, I think it was an incredible campaign, and Makeshift did a wonderful job with the design and everything. I can't wait till they get shipped out soon, next few months. But at the moment, I think Makeshift holds off for quite a while between campaigns. And I've not heard anything from them since. So nothing on like the near horizon, but who knows in the far future if it would happen again. Gundam Quicks was a very fun watch. Oh, we're jumping around too many conversations right now. We need to get on one. This is the thing about a pod, is that I need to try not to be scatterbrained. Double-digit number of days until the jetpack plushies are go. Jetpack plushies are go. The suit goal. Talking about projects I'm constantly working on and don't have enough time for. Makeshift usually does end of year throwbacks to plushies from the past year, so maybe we'll have the opportunity to be featured or reached out to join in for that campaign. Who knows? I've not heard anything personally yet, and if I do hear anything, of course I'll keep you guys updated. But thank you everyone for the support this morning, stopping by the pod. Hope you're having a lovely start of your week. I know it's Monday for a lot of you guys. This is the morning Monday pod situation. Sorry, just sipping my coffee. So, there were things I wanted to talk about and I'm getting distracted. Where do we begin? Quacks? Do we begin with Gundam Quacks? Do we start off the stream talking about Gundam Quacks? I think everybody wants to talk about Gundam Quacks. Profile picture? Profile picture probably just seems a bit more... Okay, wait. Profile picture, and then we'll talk about Gundam Quacks, because I think Gundam Quacks will be a long tangent. So, we start off by acknowledging fresh new face, boys. Is that how it's pronounced? It's, yeah, they pronounce it in the film. It's Gundam Quaxu. Is how it's pronounced in the show. It's like, yeah, Quaxu. So quacks, yeah, it's like that specific quax sound, which is it's a what do they say in it? This is not spoilers, I don't think. It's a placeholder name. G-quacks, yeah, G-quacks. Duckers. G-quacks, duckers. When did the icon change? My brain just noticed it. Okay, we'll talk about the profile picture before we talk about G-quacks. So it changed yesterday. I just decided to do it. I decided to do it on everything. I've been thinking, if you're around here and you kind of stop in for the Jets of Dawn before stream, you might have heard me kind of teeter and discuss wanting to change my profile picture on everything to the Jets Cats Planet, because it's been on the back of my mind for quite a while. Ever since I got the initial design for the Cats Planet at when I did my season 3D. Like, so those who don't know, so the Cats Planet is part of like my logo branding I got done for the season 3D of Jets. Here it is, what you're looking at right here. And since season 3D, which is now like over half a year ago, I've been thinking, I kind of want to change my profile picture on like Twitch, because it was like live 2D Jets for ages. It was live 2D Jets' face for ages, and I'm no longer permanently live 2D Jets. And I thought, well, I could change it to a picture of me currently, 3D Jets. But I was like, well, what if in the future I get like a different iteration of the design, or I go over to battle damage Jets, I get a 3D version of the plug suit, like a bunch of different things. So I was like, well, I should change it to something where I can just keep it as a singular cool symbol, and then it never matters what I changed, like the model, what era we're in, what season we're in for the model, because everything is just Cats Planet. And I kind of wanted to do that for ages, and I was like, I'm in an R in it, because change is scary. Change is scary. The Lumen Synapse logo, I mean, you guys know me, I love corporate branding. I love it so much. It's like one of my favorite things. I love the Lumen logo with the little like water droplet. For some reason, it always makes me think of Dr. Brain's water supply, pure water or whatever. I adore kind of logos. Like logos, I love favicons, icons, brand, like logo branding. For those that have never actually seen, I don't know how many people have seen the full. It's in my about section. But the full, where is it here? Season 3D logos. Like the full Jets Season 3D logo. There it is. Morpheus! Buddy! Thank you so much for 23 months of support. How you doing? Also, Chief. Hey, thanks, Chief. Thanks, Chief, for giving out a sub to fellow Jetpack. If you got that sub, say thank you. Thank you for supporting the community. Thank you for supporting the stream. I appreciate it, dude. I really do. But this right here is the Jets season 3D Jean Faymas logo. So like every season I've done, like every iteration, season 1, season 2, and season 3D have all had their own like evolution of the logo, and then the Cynapse logo has a couple of variations as well. But this is the current Jets logo. This has been the logo since middle of last year, and that includes Cats Planet. Which Cats Planet has been my logo since the start, but this is like the freshest version of it. So my icon. Hello, Purple Aussie VTuber. Hi, Bountiful Owl, fellow Purple Aussie VTuber enjoyer of the incredible Vividly Vivi. Always interesting to see the variant. So it's basically just going through, as the stream has went through evolutions, the logoing has went through evolutions. So here's this. However, so that's all to say, and for those that haven't seen the Cynapse logo, here it is. Just pop on screen. you guys haven't seen Cynapse's branding, most people have at this point. It's the classic chain link, the CC linked chain link. Most people don't realize that about the Cynapse logo. Most people don't realize that the Cynapse logo is meant to be two C's interlinked like a chain link, because Cynapse Inc is linking you with a C for tomorrow. And I always find that interesting that people don't pick that up at first. Kaisu, thank you so much for tier 1 out of nowhere. What the hell? Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy your emotes and your ad-free viewing of the Unpacking pod and all other streams coming to you this week. Didn't you design it yourself? I did the design for Cat's Planet and the design for the initial Cynapse logo myself. However, all the ones you see in front of you, I sent my concept sketches off to, where is that folder actually? If we're getting into this, I've shown a lot of this stuff beforehand on stream. Most people, here's the old Cynapse, the original initial Cynapse logo. This is like, oh god, this is looking crazy on screen, all the logos. This is the original Cynapse logo. This is Cynapse Retro. And then if we look back here, documents, stream, I believe I have it in this folder here. Not schedules. Is it in? Yeah, here it is. Perfect. This shows off my working throughs. Here it is. Here is my notebook, initial first ever notebook that shows all the sketches I did. I've showed this before in stream, so if you've seen this before, I apologize. But this might be your first time stopping by and you've not seen this before. This is from 2021, my initial working throughs of conceptualizing the Cynapse logo. And you can see where I realize that I like the interlinking C in the bottom right-hand corner of the page. You kind of like realize, that's what it's gonna be. It's what it's gonna be. So I'm just gonna move these out the way. All this is to say, that I have always liked corporate branding. It's a thing I adore. Here we go. Here's another page. You can see me working out the Cynapse logo here, and my original Jets logos as well. It's always been a thing I thoroughly enjoy, and I will enjoy forever. You will notice I geek out every time we're playing a video game, a sci-fi video game, and I notice the posters or the branding or the stuff on the crates or the posters on the wall. I'm like, oh, immersive corporate world design. It makes me very happy. It makes me unnecessarily happy. So I made the decision yesterday, maybe a little impulsively, but it was I was feeling in a confident mood, let's say, after, where is it? There it is. After I got my 3rd blood test yesterday morning. Decaf too, thank you so much. I hate Decaf for 14 months of support. Wow, thank you for being around here and supporting for 14 months of support. Thank you. Did you pass? I have to find out if I passed my blood test. I haven't got the results yet, but I did actually sit through it. Wait, hold up! Decaf, did you just change from a tier 1 to a tier 3? Dude, you didn't have to do that! Thank you. Thank you so much, Decaf. Thank you for being in Chad Pack. Thank you. That's very nice of you for supporting at that level. Please enjoy your Duncan emotes, buddy. Thank you so much. So, yes, I did get my 3rd ever blood test. That's 3 for free, boys. 3 blood tests in 3 weeks. Went from being a person who never gotten blood tests in my entire life, incredibly afraid on all fronts of needles and any kind of, specifically the concept of doing blood tests. And 3 in a row. A reminder for everyone, my first ever blood test I ever got 3 weeks ago, my vessel burst and it's been bruised up ever since, and it was incredible pain for weeks. So that was a great experience, first time blood test. Then the second one went a lot more smoothly, except for they fucked up. They fucked up with the packaging. Although, when I went in yesterday to get my 3rd test done, I came in, I was like, hi, I have to get retested. I'm shaking, knees, kind of restless leg syndrome, nervous. And it was the same lady that did it the second time. She's like, oh, you again? What are you doing back so soon? And, apparently that there was an error. I got called. I have to come back for a retest. She's like, oh, what's there? Well, that's not right. She was like, I'm gonna call them and find out. She called up. She was like kind of upset. She's like, I don't think I did anything wrong. They've messed it up. And it was like, she called around to make sure, because she's like, I don't think you should have to getting this is not right. You're clearly so scared. I can't believe you're having to come back. And I was like, it's okay. Turns out like she did all the packaging correctly. Something must have went wrong on their end. Anyway, I did still have to get the retesting because, you know, pointing fingers at who did what doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I still had to get the retest done. And she's like, do you want music? Do you want anything? And I was like, no, I want it done. I want it to be over. She's like, all right, later, sort it out. She's really nice, and she's so good at her job. God damn it, she's really quite brilliant. Like I've discovered now after getting my 3rd blood test 3 days in the week, just say that it sucks. It feels so good to just say that it sucks out loud. I lay there, she's like, we're gonna do it. And I'm like, yes, we are. And she's like, let's go. I was like, this sucks, it's the worst, it's horrible. She's like, I know, it sucks so much, just really bad. I was like, it's really bad, I hate doing this. And then she's like, it's over. I'm like, thank God. Like, just say it out loud, just acknowledge it and move past it. Like, just let it out. Her taking in and caring about you being scared. You would never see this in American healthcare. Lamount, really? Oh my God, she really calmed me, because like, you know, it was like validates my fears and worries. And she was like, just her putting the effort in to check in and be like, it's wrong that it happened. I'm gonna check in to like reassure you. And then boys, she's like, you know what? You're gonna watch me package this to make sure that I'm not doing anything wrong, and so we can both be calm and you can be relaxed. You're not gonna have to come back here. And I was like, oh. So like she like showed me, and she showed me the blood going into the other vial, and I never actually looked at the blood because I was so terrified of seeing my blood, because I just like basically not looked at it. But she actually showed me it going between the 2 vials and doing all the packaging, and I actually found that really fascinating. Weirdly, it's not actually the blood I'm scared of. It's more the procedure. It was purple. It was in a purple bottle and the blood looked purple. I was like, is my blood purple? She's like, no, that's just like the purple blood. What? Crazy. Yeah, the vacuum tubes and everything, I was very interesting. And she showed me all the wrapping because I had to go on a specific foil and everything. And I was like, whoa. Jess, your icon is different now. Hackling, no, you have to go doctor, get the eyes checked. I'm sorry, you might be going crazy. What icon? Yes, welcome in, Hackling. How you doing? Good morning. Yes, the blood matches the drapes. But yeah, so I got the blood test done in the morning, and it sucked, and I don't think I'm gonna get over my fear of needles anytime soon, but I don't know, for lack of better terms, like I bossed it, man. I freaking girl bossed it. I actually didn't like have frozen feet syndrome before walking in there, and I got it over and done with. And then I was like, you know what? I've been wanting to change the icon for months now, and just been kind of getting in my head about it, but knowing that that's what I wanted to do. So then after doing my blood test, I went and got myself a coffee, because I had a cookie. I went and got myself a coffee and a cookie. It wasn't 2 cookies and a Coke like David Lynch would have wanted me to do, but it was I was like, I need a sweet treat. So I went and got like a latte and a cookie, and then I was like, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna freaking change my. I was like, I faced my fears. and yeah, so now Jet's planet on everything is consistent across all platforms, and so hopefully going forward, if you see that little purple icon in the corner of your screen on your taskbar, it's me. It's gonna take a bit to get used to. It feels the most freaky in the Discord, because I feel like I'm a corporate entity talking on behalf of Jean Faymas. Like, hello, fellow Discord users, it is I, Jean Faymas, informing you of this error I made in the schedule. Getting through it like a champ. Proud of you. Thank you, boys. Thank you so much. More law confirmation. Jets has royal purple oil. No. What are you talking about? I have blood like all people. Normal blood. Like normal girl. Like normal person. She's gonna change the Twitch name to Jets after they take her blood test next time. Ooh, I don't know if I'm ready to change my name to just Jets on Twitch yet. The profile picture change is enough for me to not be really fully used to just yet. But I think it's gonna be cool in the long run. At first, it's gonna be really weird. It's gonna be weird for at least a month, seeing the planet icon. But I feel like after a month or so, it's gonna be like, this makes sense. This is how it should have always been. This just feels right. It just feels correct. It's very me. It's very me to have a cool little funky logo thing. Are you related to the famous gun? Caleb, you are more correct than you even realize. It's very on brand. Artist formerly known as Jean Faymas. You changed your profile picture? Huh, I didn't notice. But yes, I am more like this, going back to the book of Jets, all the, where did I put them? The concept stuff. There is like a page in this book which is me writing down all different kinds of gun names to work out what one I liked, which is a good segue, gentlemen, because the reason why my surname is inspired by a gun is because I am an enjoyer of Gundam. So I was like, oh, Jean, gun, what cool gun, famous, Jean Faymas, what? I'm talking about Gundam. I went and saw the new Gundam Quacks, G-Quacks, and the corporate entity, formerly mech pilot Jean Faymas. Do you want to know more? Ask Jean Faymas, Academy of Purple. Yes, graduated, top of the class, Top Gun style. We're getting bashed over the head with puns today. It's not intentional. Possibly just because it's an early morning stream. I feel like the brain's in a more of a lucid state, more inclined to do puns. So blood tests. Then I hung out with Mexis for a little bit. Mexis and family. Chat. Jetpack. A mech niece. She started to say dad. She says dada constantly. It's adorable. It's adorable. She wouldn't stop saying dad, dada. Dad won. Boys, dad won. I couldn't believe it. Dad got that. She's like, she doesn't really say mum. She doesn't do it. She just loves saying dad. Her first word was not dad though. It was hi. Her first word was hi, hello, hi. She was saying hi to everybody first. But yeah, she knows of Dada, the anti-establishment art movement that developed in the 1915s. This child shall be an artist. Yes. You know, like with Dada, with the apocryphal story about how they came up with the name Dada is they opened a random page in a book and pointed, and the first word they read was the name of the movement, which apparently was the word Dada, but that's also totally apocryphal. Who knows if that's actually true. Whispered her in secret jetpack. You wanted to say the word jetpack? There will be a day where she will say jetpack, boys. That will happen. That will happen. She's gonna start properly talking sooner rather than later. And I'll be talking about you bros, and she'll say the word back at me, and it's gonna blow my mind. I'll be like, yes, Auntie Jets was hanging out with the jetpack. And she'll say it to me, and I'm not gonna be ready for it. You know, Lord Famous, many people praise you. Found charming of a warrior. Though I agree you are a really nice individual, I have to think of something you do for the artists out every day. No idea how much you ease things when making fan art. All the front part is being a straight... Wait, it's just being a straight, plain line. Thank you very much, Lord Famous, for being so considerate. Oh, I'm glad, Kiam. I'm very glad. I'm glad you... enjoy making arts and stuff. Oh, that was quite a declaration. Way too much text for my dyslexic brain to read in the morning. And I don't think I'm a lord. Or even a lady. I've heard of people who studied child speech that dada is usually first because yes, snazzy boy, that's what we were talking about at lunch when I had lunch with Mexis and family, because they were talking about how Mech niece is likes making just random noises, and specific noises that are fun and easy to say. Like a lot of like early baby speech is just like going ba ba da da ma 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 blah blah. Like they like making sounds, and I think the repetitive sound of that is very fun and easy to do. So it's fascinating, so fascinating. Anyway, so I hung out with Maxis and got lunch, and then I was like, I'm gonna go see a movie tonight. I'm gonna see a movie, and my sister was like, what movie? I was like, it's a big robot movie, sis. And it's so silly. I was like, do you wanna? Oh no, you can't go see movies. Yeah, she like just laughed. I was like, you won't be able to see movies for like the next minimum like 10 years of your life. And she's like, nope. I was like, you can't go to the cinema. Holy crap. Like I was, oh. Luckily she's not like, it's not, she's fine with it. It's not that she needs to go to cinema. She can just like watch movies on the telly. But I was like I got halfway through the sentence being like, you just can't go to the movies. I mean, with a babysitter, of course, yes. Like, I also don't think Mexis is going to be the kind of like babysitter person. It's not like she'll need to go out and do things. And honestly, if anyone's going to end up babysitting a baby while Mexis goes to see a movie. What can't I take care of the child for hours? Well, like they'd want to go together, of course. Like this is more one of the things that like they just do stuff as a family. Like, you know, it was more of like a take the baby with you. You can't take a baby into the movies. That's the joke chat. I mean, it was me and my sister realizing that she can't take the baby to the movies, and so she's not gonna go see G-Quacks with me. Auntie Jet's the babysitter. It's gonna be the reality. It's gonna be the case. Let me sip more of my coffee. So, went to go see G-Quacks. So, I won't get into talking specifically about. Also, sorry, I apologize. I don't think I properly thank you for 7 months of support. Thank you for 7 whole months of support in this stream. I do appreciate it. I won't get into the actual movie itself because I don't want to spoil the film, but I can talk about things that happened around the film because that was quite interesting. So initially, I went up to one of those panels, those booths that you go to. In the cinema to, you know, it's like the Macca's checkout booth instead of going to the counter because now everything has that as an option. I initially went to that booth to get my ticket, and I go to find it G-Quacks ticket kiosk, yeah, and you know, only one screening because there's like no screenings of this movie in Australia, and I see it and it goes, but G-Quacks, but it's Japanese, and I was like, Japanese, as in Japanese, a film from Japan, or as in subtitled in Japanese? Where? Like I got confused. I was like, hold on. So I was like, I'm just gonna double check. I'm just gonna go up to the counter and make sure. So I go up to the counter. I'm like, hi, hello. I'm just wondering, is the Gundam film that's screening in a bit? Is that gonna be subtitled in English, or is that dubbed? What's it doesn't say specifically on the kiosk. And she's like, I don't know. I was like, oh, all right. She's like, oh, let me just check on the you know, our end, see what's going on with that. And I was like, oh, yeah, thank you so much. So she checks in, types. She's like, I don't, based on our end, this is really vague and does not clear if it's subtitled or dubbed. It just says international movie. I was like, yeah, that's why I was confused. Let me call my manager. And I was like, okay. So she calls her manager on the intercom. Do we know if that Gundam movie is? And the guy out there is like, what movie? Like, what movie? And she's like, it's called the name is Mobile Suit Gundam. Yeah, it's the start of its Mobile Suit. He's like, what movie? Yeah, so it's Mobile Suit Gundam you can just tell she did not want to say she did not want to try it. Like, she was so avoiding trying to say the second part of the movie. She was like, yeah, no, it's mobile suit. No, he's like, wait, can you give me like the full, like, so it's, Mobile Suit Gundam Quacks. It's, Quacks. I was just trying so hard not to giggle. I was like, it's fine. No one knows how to pronounce it. It's okay. And so anyway, the guy is like running around. He's like, I don't know what's going on. She's like, we're gonna try and, so our projectionist isn't in. We're gonna try and contact the projectionist to find out. So then she's like, let me go. I'll come back. And I was like, wow, this is a lot more intense than I thought it was gonna be. I really thought she was gonna be like, oh yeah, it's subtitled. Just, you know, get your ticket. It's fine. Anyway, she walks off and comes back. She's like, oh yeah. So it turns out, totally subtitled. Don't know why that was so confusing. I was like, great, incredible. Can I get a ticket? So it was like weirdly an ordeal where I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to like interpretively work out what's going on. I mean, I still would have went and seen it because the visuals, boys, just the visuals alone are a reason to see Gundam Quacks. Like, Quacks, like, it's, the visuals are so well done. Like, combat sequences, crazy. But like, I still would have watched it. It would have just been funny to sit there not fully understanding what was going on. I was like, wow, my Duolingo practice from when I went to Japan is gonna really come in necessary right now. The visuals, like the scenes, like Anno, you could tell there was totally some Anno stank on certain parts. I was like, he can't help himself, boys. He can't help himself. And I loved every second of it. But yeah, grab the tickets. I grabbed the tickets a bit early. I had to kind of like kill time between the, like, when I got the tickets and the screening, because of just like open hours are awful where I'm currently located, just atrocious. So everything's like awkward as hell. It's not like where I used to live, where everything was open up like till like midnight, New York style, city never sleeps. Anyway, so I had to like kill time. And when I initially got the ticket, it was like, when after all the hullabaloo of like, oh, is there subtitles? She's like, choose your seat. Empty cinema. I was like, of course. The one screening of Gundam Quacks. It's empty cinema, so I sit myself right in the center. But by the time I actually went in to go to the movie, I was surprised. It wasn't an empty cinema. There was actually a bunch of dorks in there with me. Like, I was like, what? What? That's a bunch of dorks. So I was actually surprised that it wasn't an entirely empty cinema. I had fully expected to be the only person in there. Nice new logo. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for complimenting the new profile picture. I'm glad people are liking it. I love it. I think it's going to take a little bit to get used to, but I think in the long run, it's going to be iconic. I feel like the first month, weird. Second month, slightly adjusting. By the third month, we're going to never have imagined a reality in which it wasn't the Cat's Planet logo. It's Super Jet Squad. Exactly! It's so me. Dude, it was me and 3 random dudes. I was surprised. It was like a couple of like dudes who must have been friends going to see it. Some other random dorks just like myself going solo. And then on the row with me was, now this is, I have to like describe this because it was funny right after the end of the movie. There was like a guy and then like 2 like other, like there was like a group of 3. Like one guy who clearly was like the Gundam fan, and then the 2 other people who were clearly the friends that were dragged along by the Gundam fan. Just like based on me like hearing their conversations. Moe. You got a full theater? That would have been so exciting to see Quacks at a full theater. I'm surprised they even got the movie in cinema. Yeah, limited screening. Like there was a total of like 5 screenings I had like happening in like the last week or so. It's very, very limited screening. It wasn't like a big screen or anything. It was one of the smaller half-size cinemas. Were you the only woman? No, because that guy had brought one of his friends. And she was a lady as well, okay? Wasn't the only lady. Shut up, chat. A victim. Poor girl. I don't know. I was based on me overhearing their conversations like a nosy Nancy. It seemed like everyone in that group enjoyed it, but okay, here's the funniest part. I can't help myself when watching movies and stuff. And I couldn't help myself specifically while watching this movie. Like, you know, you want to sit quietly, politely, hands tightly clenched in your lap, not making any kind of movement or noise. But I'm telling you, boys, when certain things were showing up on screen that I was like, I was going, oh, yes, yes. like I was literally fangirling. I was verbally going, oh, yes, yes. Like, I wanted, there's so many moments where I was like my hands were physically going, like, I couldn't stop it because there's so many really cool moments, and they did such a good job of. Oh, I don't want to get into it. I was like, I know, you son of a bitch, you did it again. Oh god, it was pretty much all two people groups. One person who knew what was going on and someone who didn't. It seemed to be kind of a similar case. There's the one person that dragged their friend to go watch the Gundam thing. I was having to explain the differences to some stuff at the beginning to my dad. Yeah, oh, okay, no, I don't even want, the beginning completely threw me. I was like, am I watching the right movie? But it was just, incredible. The music, like, it's just made with so much love. Like, it's just made with so much love. I avoided a lot of the trailers and spoilers because I wanted to go in blind. The entire first, right now, I want to just be like, insert blank mobile suit that I saw, and like there was a moment where I literally went, yes. It's a very specific set of mobile suits all together. Very big mobile suits. Got irrationally excited about seeing them. I was like, oh, it's the boys. But yeah, so I was resisting. Normally I can sit quite politely in a movie, but like nerd brain couldn't stop. I couldn't stop the nerd brain. I was physically like vibrating in my seat at certain points, and like the combat happened and there'd be like a specific cut and framing, and I was like just was so cool. I was so hyped up. Anyway, it must have been to an extent in which the gentleman about like a seat, like one seat over from me, who was the Gundam fan who'd brought his like other two friends, could see me out of his peripherals, because when the lights came up, dude turned to me, he's like, you enjoyed that as much as I did? And I was like, dude, that was sick. He's like, yeah, so many references. I was like, oh my god. which was pretty good. He found his people. Yeah, because he turned to his friends and being like, so that did the thing where it's like, now we have to wait for the series. I was like, bro, you hadn't even told his friends that this was the preamp? What? Like, dude, how'd you not tell your non-Gundam fans that there's gonna be? He was like, yeah, so now we have to wait for the series. I was like, what? April, come on. Oh god, he should have introduced them to the OG. I feel like this, I can see this anime being like the ultimate indoctrination, Gundam indoctrination series. Like if G-Witch wasn't an indoctrination to like Gundam brain rot, this one is gonna do it to people because of the tie-in with the actual like main universe. Because G-Witch was its own thing, so you could get into it because you're like lesbian love and everything. Oh, so cute, so pretty. But this one will get you, and then you're like, wait, so who's this character? What's that? What's that mobile? Huh? What? And you're like, yes, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. The thing is that the first third of the movie won't be part of the series. Yeah, exactly. But it's like the way it all, you know, it kind of gives you that taster. It gives you that taster of the original universe. Did you like the old man though? Why do you do this to me, chat? Why do you do things like this to me? Why do you ask me these things? Yeah, do you at least crack the doors open? For sure, but this, I feel like this is gonna be the series that really gets people. We know what you are, shut up. Hello, what are we talking about? I said I wasn't gonna talk about the Gundam movie, but I'm kind of talking about the Gundam movie. I kind of want to go watch it again. Is that wrong? I kind of want to go watch if there's like, I don't have time in my week to go watch another screening of the Gundam movie. But I feel like there's so much going on in the world building and stuff, and there's little characters and things, and I'm like, hold on. Dude, just wait another month though. But seeing it in cinema, it was so good to see it on the big screen. The combat sequences, beautiful. The kidda boys. Nururo, thank you so much for 6 months in advance and 4 months of support total. Thank you for choosing to want to support for 6 months in advance. I seriously appreciate you putting your trust in this stream and supporting what I do. And also, Lord Richter, Jacksoniversary, thank you so much for 3 months of support, dude. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much, everybody, for choosing to re-support this month. I hope you're doing lovely. Welcome to the pod this morning. I apologize for the non-Gundam bros in chat who are having to experience the stream and geek out about Gundam. I think for a person who likes big robots, I tend to keep this stream, you know, not entirely only big robot focused as much as I could. I'm tempted to save money to get the kit. I want the Zarkos. I want the police Zarkos so bad. So bad. Please release kits of the enforcement Zarkus. It would look so good with my TriStar. Like, I would actually get a standard grade of that to match it with my TriStar Zaku, so I can have those boys together. Have you ever made a short review yet of the movie? Of any movie? No. They're making kits of the Zakus. Life's good, man. Life's good. It's the best. Wake up, boss blood tests, change logo and everything, see family, watch Gundam, get to talk to Jetpack about Gundam. We eating good, boys. We eating good. We're all gonna make it, man. Mech fans eating good. Mech fans eating so good. They're already making G-Quax kits. I know. I'm dying for them to make a certain suit that showed up in the movie. A certain kit. Had to double check the logo earlier. It's gonna take a bit, Fresh Tacos. It's gonna take a bit for myself, for everybody to get used to the logo, but trust, I feel like by late next month, it's gonna feel like, wow, how has Jets' icon not always been like this? I think anyone who is following kind of expects random mecha tangents. I hope so. But yes, so all this is to say, if you vaguely like any kind of Gundam, or maybe even if you never watched much Gundam, I feel like G-Quax is still for everybody. It's really gorgeous, and I cannot wait for the series to come out. I'm very excited. Very excited. Join us. Join us. People will geek out with you in the Discord. If you want to geek out about G-Quax, you can join the Discord. People have been yapping about it. Yeah, my dad knows barely anything about Gundam, and he enjoyed it a lot. I think that's why I'm saying it's a good onboarding series. I could see anyone enjoying this. I know it just is able to combine such passion. Like, the love for the series comes through, even if you know nothing about the series, I feel. It's, like, handled in a way that's truly done with passion, if that makes sense. Hi, Katsu. Good morning. How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. So, I hope that kind of yapped about G-Quacks in a way that didn't necessarily spoil the movie. I've not said anything about the characters or plot, and I refuse to do so. Was any obvious Eva visual references? Oh, he can't help himself. You know it's got that Anno stank all over it in the best way. For those who don't know, yeah, Anno is the creative director of Evangelion, Neon Genesis Evangelion. You can smell it. You can, yeah. It's good. And it's great. Even though I love Gundam, two of my favorite giant robots aren't Gundams. Completely fair. Some of my favorite robots aren't Gundams. One of my favorite robot designs is White Glint. It's not a Gundam. I love the Hygog, which is technically not a like a Federation suit. It's a Xeon suit, so it's part of the Gundam universe, but not conventional Gundam by any means. Yeah. You can even smell it. You can. White Glint is gorgeous. I'm gonna go see it on the 13th, get quietly hyped because there won't be many people listening. Nice. I hope you enjoy it. But I think this kind of segues into the idea of spoilers, because yes, the other day on stream I was talking about Severance and I had to get into spoilers finally, and I had been doing so good to avoid spoiling Severance, but I just couldn't help myself. And it kind of opens up that kind of the can of worms in the regards of spoilers. Talking about spoilers, which is what I actually wanted to have one of the topics be for today's Unpacking pod. It's been less of an unpacking of the concept of spoilers and more just us talking about the movie and geeking out, which is a bit fair. Hey, we can have a bit of a big robot geek out session as a treat. But spoilers in general, right, boys? Spoilers in general is like, where do we sit on this? I'm weirdly way more chill about spoilers in most like video games than I am, and for most than I am when it comes to movies, because there's a difference between video game spoilers and movie spoilers. Because a lot of movies are like capsule things that you can watch in like a few hours. And a lot of them are built around these key moments, where if that moment is kind of preammed for you, it can actually ruin the experience, I find. Like a movie I would never want to give anyone any information about, something like Arrival. I would say watch Arrival, don't watch a trailer for Arrival, don't talk to anyone about Arrival, just watch it. There's a lot of movies where I would give someone the precedent of don't know anything, just go into it and know that they would have a better experience of it. Less so with video games. Like with a video game, there's the pitch, right? There's the difference between giving someone like a pitch for something, like here's what this is about, this is a really cool thing about it, and giving them a little bit more to go off of. Whereas a lot of movies where I would not even give a pitch, I'd be like, I'm telling you nothing. You just have to hit play, and that will be you'll be better off for it. I'd be careful about going on the record about that, given you stream games, lol. Yeah, okay, but here's the thing, right? I said like in general, I don't mean like across the board. There's a balance here. Because also not a lot of video games have twists. I mean, we've played a lot of Kojima games. Kojima games do have twists, but it's less common for a video game to actually have a moment. Like I, for example, have watched so many people play like Elden Ring, and I do not give a single crap about Moggy Mog, Ratna, Reenma's storyline, because at the end of the day, when I get in there and I actually have to do the combat myself, it's different. It's like the game itself is actually about how fun I have playing against the bosses, not about oh god, boss exists, because video games have a lot more like joy actually about playing it, the experience of playing it. It's not like you're sitting there and like the narrative's hitting you in the same way that as a movie. It is. I will never give a pitch for Metal Gear Rising because I want to see the raw reaction. Depends on I think you can still pitch Metal Gear, and I think Metal Gear still has just as fun combat and mechanics that balance out if the story got spoiled for you, right? I'm still gonna enjoy the mechanics of Metal Gear Solid 2, playing them for the first time, even if I know that Pliskin isn't, that Iroquois Pliskin is Snake, you know? Not that like anyone questions that, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like you can be like, oh, okay, I got spoiled that Iroquois Pliskin is Snake. That's not gonna make it not fun to run around the big shell and work out and like actually like engage with the sneaking mechanics. Wait, he's Snake? No, that's not the real Solid Snake. A game is interactive, film in many ways. In some ways, yeah, and it also depends on the game. It's more of a personal experience. Exactly, I feel like you can bring a lot more personally to a game when you play it. Like, so for example, okay, Devil May Cry, right? We've talked about how there's like that one key Devil May Cry moment that's been spoiled for me, and how a lot of the characters we meet in Devil May Cry have just like been vaguely spoiled. Does that mean that I've not enjoyed playing Devil May Cry? No, I have enjoyed every single time I've tried to get like a super sexy stylish thing, because you can't spoil mechanics, you know what I mean? Like you can't do that. Like that's not part in the same way. In the same way you can tell someone like the twist in a movie and that actually ruins it for it. In a video game, you're still gonna be sitting out down there in the controller trying to get good, and no one can take that away from you. And that's why when it comes to video games, I'm more comfortable with, okay, it kind of sucks, maybe I know that that character is that character, but it can't take away how fun it is for me to hit the buttons. Butcher Leviathan, thank you so much for choosing to re-support for another month here on the stream. I appreciate it, man. Please enjoy your emotes. Ad-free, Borgesgas. Death Stranding, so much about the experience. Exactly! Like, even something like Death Stranding, one of my favorite games ever. Even something like Death Stranding, I feel like I could have been told what the twist is, and that wouldn't have devalued how much joy I got from walking around the environment, listening to the music, hanging out with you guys. It's like beyond like the actual experience of a video game it's far harder to disrupt by finding things out about it. There are more ways to experience in games aside from the story, unless it's a visual novel. True. I'm all in forever. Kojima throws in Death Stranding 2. I could not wait for Death Stranding 2, boys. Then again, Soma would hurt if you ruin it. I think the difference, obviously the difference would be games that are super narrative based. Like maybe something like Still Wakes the Deep. It would kind of be a shame to have that story explained to you before you play it. So obviously there's exemptions. This is not a broad rule across the board. But I do think in general, I found myself a little bit more relaxed about spoilers in video games, because I still know the actual gameplay itself can't really be spoiled. Whereas movies, I'm a bit of a purist when it comes to movies. I don't even like watching the trailer kind of person. I've heard it that if a spoiler ruins the entire experience, the experience might not have actually been good in the first place. I think that's usually, but not always true. I think that's very dependent. I think in the video game case, maybe there's a little bit more of a twinge of truth in that. In a movie case, I can see being spoiled ruining the experience. There's a few films that rely on a reveal, but that's not all movies either. Like, not necessarily. Then there's me, who guesses most of the twists and still wakes to the deep. Well, yeah, still wakes to the deep. You kind of worked out what was going on early on, so like, maybe not the best example. Also, Trick, how you doing? Welcome in. Welcome. My interpretation is you can always look forward to seeing how the spoiler comes to turn in the movie. Well, there's that kind of note, right? Or that like test about how sometimes getting a spoiler can make the experience better. Sometimes a movie trailer is full of spoilers, but you don't know that unless someone points out they're actually spoilers. I hate movie trailers though. I'm very against movie trailers. For those that don't know, this is a common knowledge, but maybe it's not across the board. Movie trailers often, if not always, the director and the actual writer team and everything have no control. Movie trailers are entirely outsourced by studios to third-party companies, and in most cases, the director doesn't have a single hand in how the film is depicted or what goes into the trailer. So because of that, it's the worst, because they're designed not at all to express the vision of the creative people that worked on the project. They are designed by a marketing team with the intention of getting your butt in the chair. They're designed to put whatever they can into that trailer and to depict it in any kind of way to get you to go see the film. It's pure marketing. And if that means putting like that a key line from a very important moment in the movie in the trailer because it will get your attention, they'll do it. Some weird ads on the Bunga stream. Where are you from, Pomade? Every country gets different kind of ads. The ads in Australia have just been Monster Hunter at the moment. Like, Monster Hunter is the only thing being advertised on Twitch for me currently. And sometimes they totally misrepresent the movie. Yeah, just to get you, just for marketing's sake. Witnessed the trailer for Scott Pilgrim making it look like it was a wacky teen comedy and they used the Prodigy track or something like that. Yeah, there are cases where like trailers are done by directors. This is not entirely the case. This is just very common. It's more likely than not that the director is not involved in the trailer, or like the creative team are not involved in the trailer. Saber, thank you so much for gifting us up to G5. That is so nice of you to support your fellow bro in the chat. Thank you so kindly for being generous and supporting J5. And the new Transformer movie had such shitty trailers it almost bombed due to it. That's very common. Very, very common. So that's why I'm not a person who likes watching trailers. I really don't enjoy trailers because I have that knowledge that this is probably the worst way for the movie to be showcased. And I will, like, if I'm able to catch glimpses of a film and kind of gauge vaguely if I like it, I will not watch many trailers. I'm in Burger. The Burger Bros are getting weird ads at the moment, it seems. Ravenous had an issue with how it was marketed with its trailer too. Very different from the actual film. Boom, this summer. This summer trailers don't exist anymore. It's all marketing, man. So marketing has changed, so trailers have changed. Trailers should be max 20 seconds long. Yeah, it's also, I think trailers are better if they're short and simple. I saw a trailer on the cinema watching Inside Out. Honestly, didn't want to watch the movie. I was wrong. The movie was actually fire. Some movies are also so terrible the trailer itself contains all the action scenes. Yes, I cannot stand a trailer where it's like, well, I don't need to watch that movie. There's that moment when you're sitting in a cinema and the trailer keeps on going and it keeps on going and it keeps on going and the trailer keeps on going and I'm like, okay, at what point do I not have to watch this movie anymore? Jesus Christ. Some trailers are an art form. If you were there when the first Cloverfield trailer dropped, the first Transformer Michael Bay films, there are some, I, for one, love the trailers that released for Prometheus. The mini films that released in preparation for Prometheus were incredible. The trailers were basically short films and were so well done. Even if Prometheus is a controversially not notoriously loved film, Dude, I got so many trailers waiting for Quacks that was like 5 minutes long. Yeah, like, all right. I have seen the entirety of that new Bridget Jones's movie. I know everything that happens in that Bridget Jones movie. Because the few times I went to see the cinema recently, it's that freaking Bridget Jones trailer, and I know at this point I know the entire plot. Like, did I ever have any desire to see the Bridget Jones's movie? No. Have I now apparently sat through the entire Bridget Jones's movie in trailer form? Yes. It's like, well now I know that in the back of my brain forever, and it won't be purged from my subconscious. How to know if a trailer is crappy and shitty and cringe. Insert copyright and banned singer song. Insert this summer, this winter. Insert deep silence, character for speak. Generic non-funny line. Insert sound effect to match the music rhythm. Well, that's the thing. Most trailers, like I said, are made by third-party marketing companies. They are formulaic and they're designed in a particular way to get your attention. And because of that, most of the time they do not reflect the actual quality or even intention at all of the people who actually made the product. In a world, I mean, I cannot stand. It's the Marvelization, right? The whole it's the trailer cliche that kills me the most. The whole, they freaking did it in that Snow White trailer. And can I make a comment? You guys have to say no, you're not allowed to, Jets. You're not allowed to speak at all. You're not, Jets, no. Answer no. No. Go on. Spit it out. I cannot. Oh, this is a two-parter. Okay, we're getting into this. Snow White film looks like so uninteresting and sucks, but that's a given, right? All the realistic Disney product twists of the movies are just like subpar versions of the original animated product that they keep churning out because they have the IP for it. And maybe it keeps them having the licensing for their character or something like that. Whatever. We all know that, clearly. But you know what there was also a trailer for? Before G-Quacks? The live action How to Train Your Dragon, right? And what the why? It looks so good. Hear me? It looks so good. Do you know why it looks so good? Because it looks identical to the animation. The casting is great. The character looks just like the animated guy. All the other side characters, the costumes do. But it literally is the movie. The entire trailer is scene for scene, perfectly done, actually spectacularly perfectly done. Recreations of the animation, but that raises the fucking point. Just watch the animation. What? Like, what? Just why make it live action then? Like, because you can? Because it's like, I'm sitting here being like, that looks incredible. Like, I'm so impressed with how accurate they managed to make this look like the original. But also, that is the original. What? That's the original. Story's so nice, you tell it twice. Like, I'm one of the people who saw the original How to Train Your Dragon. I was like, this is a great DreamWorks movie. The original How to Train Your Dragon is a cult classic DreamWorks movie for a reason. It's super solid with incredible character design. Like, they've casted it so well, but it's like the casting is done in the way in which it like pays tribute to how well the characters were originally initially designed. If that makes sense. Like, all the character actors look like character actors. They look really unique, and like the tall and slim guy with the red hair and the horns, and all the costumes are so funky looking because they are directly copied from the original animation. I mean, the only reason this looks kind of interesting is because they're literally copying it, and in the end of it, it still is a subpar copy of like what is an originally really good animated film. What is going on, people? What? The original is great. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. The fun fact is, they're not reinventing the wheel. They are just making the exact same movie It is insane how much one-for-one recreation was in that trailer. Yeah, they showed the scene from the 5. It looks exact. It's just the exact same with real people. What? Like, at least the Disney movies end up shitting out like a shitty iteration of the story that's new, like, which is the worst version of the story. The How to Train the Dragon people were like, well, the original animation's great and the original story's great, so we'll just make the original story not animated? I just don't get it. I mean, it's Jesse, don't make a live action, Jesse! Okay, now I gotta watch the trailer. Genuinely, I would recommend actually watching the trailer for the How to Train Your Dragon live action movie, because I was just sitting there like, I've seen the original How to Train Your Dragon. This is just the original How to Train Your Dragon, to the extent where I am actually impressed, but also so confused. What do you call this? Professional copy. It basically is a professional copy. It's impressive how one-to-one it is. Need to blow the movie budget somehow? I was just like, what? It's like overfunded fan art. That is so true. Dude. It's uncreative, in my opinion, just releasing the same movie. I mean, the alternative is releasing a variation of the movie for like how Disney does, where they retell the story. But the thing is, why do that when the original story is so nice, so nicely done? Look, this money isn't gonna launder itself. It's so weird. I just don't get where we are in the world of movies. I just kind of have to pinch myself. Mr. Krabs with money. It's just so bizarre. Like, we've had recreations, reboots, remasters, and then we had Disney recreating all their classics, but just IRL, which was like, wow, we really hit the bottom of the barrel here with, you know, with the uncreative content. But to see DreamWorks one-for-one recreate the original How to Train Your Dragon just IRL is like, have we had this on the nose beforehand? I was just like, whoa. Just the Lady Scott Pilgrim characters are all the same with major variation. What do you mean? Like, every iteration of Scott Pilgrim is like is a creative interpretation of the original comics. They do a really good job with that. Like, the movie is its own cool little thing, and then the animated Netflix series, which is its own little kind of thing. It's just like, what? Video games are getting in the same boat, though. We have getting a lot of remasters these days. I mean, it was about time that video games caught up to the remaster trend of Hollywood. That was going to happen naturally. But it's more just... yeah, that's the best way you could describe How to Train Your Dragon, the IRL movie. Is it's a remaster. It's an IRL remaster of the story, because it is a faithful recreation of the original animation with no variation in it. That's what it is. Wow. The only excuse games have is bring it to modern systems. That is true. Or like, yeah, bring it to modern systems, or maybe like refreshing mechanics that were trapped in old engines and stuff like that. I don't know if I have an opinion on if it's right or wrong either way, more than just kind of, I was sitting there quite shocked in the cinema while the trailer played, like, what? Whoa. Iridium, thank you so much for 60 months of support, dude. I very much appreciate you supporting this stream, which is a reproduction of every Jet stream ever, because I have the same bits constantly. The trailer was so fire. It's basically if DreamWorks had RTX on in the 2000s. Right? It's just How to Train Your Dragon with RTX on. It's like, what is this? I was so confused. It's, what the fuck is it? It looks good, question mark. But I'm like, am I just thinking that because I like the original? Can we call it a remaster though? The animated one looks great. The live action and animated ones are completely different, both looking great, but they're not completely different. Disney live actions are completely different. They are actually completely different. This is not completely different. This is, you're going to be able to put side by side videos of the animation and the IRL one, and they are identical. Yeah, crazy. Anyway, I don't know how we got into talking about How to Train Your Dragon. I guess this is still on the spoilers conversation period, right? We're still talking the spoiler segment of the pod. Though we should probably get into checking out other stuff and also Q&As, because probably will only be live for about 3 hours for the pod today. Yeah, we're talking about spoilers and movies. Spoilers and movies. What about the Lion King live actions? I think everyone knows that kind of subpar, because it's like you take all the fun out of Lion King. It's like people didn't watch Lion King for it being necessarily lions. It's because they wanted the funny characters and the dance sequences and the cool wacky animations and the emotional points. It's like lame-o King. Yeah, it's just like kind of make them lame. They take the Lion King movies and they make them boring and they look uncanny. Yeah, I've not seen any of them. Actually, I shouldn't make that take because I'm kind of talking on my ass here. I've never actually seen the live action Lion Kings because I'm not no interest to, because I'm like, well, that seems just all right. Ratatouille with realistic rats. Why are they doing this, man? Why are they doing this? Who would you cast as Jets in the live action Jean Faymas movie? Young Carey Mulligan, but she's not young anymore, so we can't do that. Anna Taylor-Joy, because she's fucking cast in everything. Zendaya, yeah, we're gonna cast Anna Taylor-Joy / Zendaya / Timothée Chalamet to play Jean Faymas. Co-starring Jack Black and Chris Pratt voice acting the jetpack. Truly a stacked cast. Oh my god. Yeah, with comedic side character Jack Quaid and yeah, there you go. Dwayne the Jetpack Johnson. Timothy would be uncannily and would uncannily play you well. Shut the hell up. Chris Pratt as Jean Faymas. Feet, The Rock, and Kevin Hart. Jez just wanted to mention Jack Quaid. Shut up. I'm okay. Tom Holland is Jean Faymas. Jack Quaid on the podcast when? Dude, honestly, Jack Quaid, come on the podcast. Dude, I think you're great. Dude, I think you're great. I'd recommend me down, chat. Yo, can we get Jack Quaid on the chat? I just think he's like incredibly, like, I don't know, I'm totally smitten by this dude. I totally am, I'll admit it. He might actually be the type to do it. I think the dude's like legitimately seems like a cool bro. I'm like, what the heck? I can finally say he's literally me to any Jean Faymas clip if it was Ryan Gosling. Yeah, we'll get Ryan Gosling to play Jean Faymas. Can we get Keanu Reeves? We can try. He just seems like a nice dude. Just, I don't know, I'm like, it's oftentimes you see celebrities or like individuals and you're like, Jack Quaid legitimately seems like a nice person, and I'm incredibly appealed by that. Tom Holland spent 3 years perfecting the accent for the role of Jean. You bastards. He's already British. It shouldn't be too hard to sound Aussie. Oh, you guys are such bastards. Accent assisted by AI. No! You know, Keanu Reeves does also seem like a really, really nice person as well. Someone needs to make AI voice generated clips of Keanu Reeves saying Jean Faymas' catchphrase. Yeah, my catchphrase. It's Jean and Faymas time, and I Jean Faymas everywhere. Wait, thank you all the time for the 500 bits. Is she cute? Bongus, she's cute on early being cute. Should we send some help? All the time, we need to send you some help, buddy. Are you okay there? My catchphrase is not I like old men. Why are you guys like this to me? Also, hi Akari, how you doing? Good morning, welcome to the pod this morning. This episode of the pod is way less pod-esque and way more Zatsudan-esque. I don't know, it's the G-Quacks energy. The pod has been quite good at being podcasty. This episode is just the nerd episode. Hi, welcome into episode 4 of the Unpacking pod, where we are just dorking out. This is the dork episode. This is the nerd out episode. We geek out about movies and stuff. Yeah. You need to listen to the G-Quacks music right now. Yeah, and get the stream DMCA'd. No, I do actually want to put some of the G-Quacks on some playlist. Jack Quaid's 32 years old. In VTuber terms, he's already a hag. Okay, can we not be teasing me about the fact I think Jack Quaid is cool? It would be creepy. We're never gonna have him on the pod if you guys make me seem creepy. Every episode you host is the dork episode. True. Very true, Jetpack. Very true. What if we get Gary Oldman on the pod? Wait, is that a joke because I like old men? Anyway, so I think I conveyed my opinions about. Shut up. I think I conveyed my. We chatted a little bit, but yeah, enough to be said about spoilers in video games, in movies. I think I'm more one to respect the mystique of a spoiler in a film over a video game. But also I feel like I have also experienced video games in a very different way to a lot of people, because a lot of the video games I've played have been while being live on the internet with a Twitch chat. So you get a little bit more maybe sensitive, like what's the word for it? You become a bit desensitized. You become a bit desensitized about having things spoiled for you, and you get used to enjoying other parts of the game more, because you kind of have that expectation that there's gonna be it's more likely for something to be spoiled for you, so you kind of get comfortable with that concept, and then you really embrace other parts of video games being something you like sink your teeth into, like mechanics. Did we fight blank yet, etc. So I think I, at this point in streaming, just kind of am way more comfortable with spoilers in video games. Less so for films. Films are a lot more sacred to me. I tend to treat watching movies in a very sacred way as well. I have a bit of a, have I talked about this beforehand? I have a bit of a, not cliche, but like I have a bit of like a routine, a way I go about watching movies. It's changed here and there. It used to be, I take my glasses off when I watch movies. It was like this thing, like a ritual, yeah. If I'm in a cinema, I don't like wearing my glasses. It was like having this extra screen between me and the screen. Without my glasses, I can become more immersed. I don't know. It's nowadays my eyes are getting worse and worse, and I can do it less because my actual prescription, things are getting a little more blurry for me. But for a while, my eyes were, still young. Take my glasses off to hear better. Yeah, it was like taking my glasses off to get more immersed in the movie. Why not use contacts in the theaters? I've never used contacts. Not that I'm scared of wearing contacts necessarily, but I feel like, and I have mentioned this before on the stream, I feel like without my glasses, I wouldn't recognize myself. I don't feel like people would recognize me. I jokingly said how I took my glasses off. I put my glasses on my forehead to read a menu when I was out with Cleo and Vishayan girls getting dinner. I put my glasses up on my top of my head. I did the whole top of my head glasses thing, and Cleo literally looked at me and was like, and I was like, what? It's on my face. She's like, no, I just haven't It's weird. It's not seeing you with your glasses. It's weird. It's not seeing you with your glasses. It's weird. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And I instantly put them down on my face. She's like, oh my god, she's naked. So, have you seen Cleo without glasses? No, actually. Cleo doesn't do that. Cleo doesn't do the whole, like, not glasses thing that I do. Where I have to take my glasses off to look at things better sometimes. Yeah, glasses, I got a glasses list jump scared Cleo. Talking about glasses, actually, I think it's time for me to get a new pair, boys. I think it's time for me to get a new pair of glasses. It's not been that long since I got this pair, I thought, but then I realized maybe it has been like 2 years. These ones are pretty scuffed up, and I'm thinking I might change the style of my glasses. I say that, and then I'll go to the optometrist. I'll go and get a different pair to try on different styles, and I will go, none of them look as good as my basic glasses. But I've had this exact same style of glasses for like 5 years now. Get the Quattro glasses. Get the 700s designer goggles. I think I'll just end up defaulting to the same pair. You go even nerdier with your glasses, you know. My glasses are pretty nerdy. Like, look at them, boys. That I have the wireframes. I got the Harry Potter glasses, and I think I'm done with it. I was thinking Bayonetta, no joke, for real. I was thinking maybe it's time for me to go like slim kind of Y2K Bayonetta-esque glasses. I always had big Coke bottle round Potter-esque glasses for years. Like the ultimate dweeb gal glasses. Maybe I should go for like the Bayonetta Y2K, like little slim ones. I've never done that before. I don't know. I don't know if it would suit my face. That's the problem. Big old dorky glasses just feel very me. It's hard. Anyone who has glasses knows that you become kind of one with your glasses. Who you are becomes your glasses. So changing them, it's a lot. It's a lot. Rounded rectangle ones? You aren't joking about being an actual nerd. You think I would go on the internet and you think I would go on the internet and out of all the things I would lie about, it's being like, yeah, I really want to appeal to the Twitch chat. Yeah, hey guys, in high school I had acne and big glasses and blue hair, and I would talk about how much I like Star Trek, and I had no friends. Wow, this is really gonna make the Twitch chat like me. Like, come on, boys. She's just like me for real. She's not a nerd, bros. Imagine that. Man, I would have liked that friend. Dudes, I would have liked to have friends in high school. Dude, just like me. Lie. Negative's like, nah, I'm cool, bro. I would never. But yeah, no, it's that thing where I find myself so synonymous with my glasses that I want to change them, but I don't know if I would actually do it. I'm back. Welcome back in, Saber Notchsticks. Welcome. Let me drink some more of my coffee. Hi, back. I'm Dad. But yeah, that has been swinging around in the back of my brain, changing my glasses, just doing a shift, something completely outside my comfort zone. Trade them in for Star Trek shaped glasses. I'll get the Geordie LaForge visor. Tried the Balto glasses from Gits. Is that the tiny little circle ones? Is that the ones? No. I buy 3 glasses the exact same style when I get them because comfort. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people who wear glasses have variations. Like they have their daily drivers and then they have their going out glasses. I've never been able to afford that. I've never even been able to afford prescription sunglasses my entire life. It was always like, oh god, I'm a student. I'm gonna have to get my glasses updated and time to eat curry ramen cup noodles for months so I can get a new pair of glasses. Because for those that don't know, I'm also bifocal. So I'm near and far sighted. I have like the 3 split focal length in my glasses, so they're very expensive. Because I'm both near and far sighted. She's blind as a bat. So they're very expensive. So for years it's just been like, getting my glasses was like, my budget was cut for ages, and I often would ask for like, hey, give my birthday gift, can I please have money to get glasses? So yeah, I've never been able to be one of those people that has like a fancy pair for going out and then the ones you wear all the time. A glasses tax deductible item in Australia? I don't think so. You do get free glasses tests in Australia, but the glasses themselves you have to pay for. The frames, like the actual frames. Like if you get like a designer frame or something like that. I used to get terrible headaches with bifocals. Oh, your mum did? Really? That's unfortunate. Might have been like an old style of bifocals. Bifocals are pretty good nowadays. You can barely tell the difference. Like they're very smooth. Like I'm never at any point like, oh, I can sense it. They adjust very naturally to where you look, if that makes sense. Hi, Katie Tisbane. Welcome in. Did you wear glasses in school or uni? I've talked about this beforehand. I got my glasses prescription around when I got diagnosed with dyslexia. I got the dyslexia information. And it was a really funny day because the parental like figure I was with as well almost started crying because when I got my glasses all sorted, the doctor was like, oh, why have you never been tested for glasses beforehand? And I was like, I don't know. I grew up in the country, middle of nowhere. My parents were too busy. Life was too chaotic. And the person was like, you should have been having glasses since you were like 5 years old, Missy. And I was like middle of my teenage years. I was like mid-teens. I eat asbestos and like watching Star Trek. The lady was like, that's, So yeah, so I got my glasses quite late. Yeah, should have totally had glasses from a young age. What happened to your adorable profile icon, Jets? I'm cool now. I've got a cool icon. I'm a cool corporate Jean Faymas. Glasses also cost money. Yes. Nurse from the start. Damn, girl, you're blind as shit. Yeah. So, cool. You mean cute? You can't refer to the cat's planet as being cute, Jetpack. This is not. Don't look me in the eye and say this is cute. That's lies. This is the cool profile for a cool streamer. Cool Faymas. It's cute. It's adorable. It's cute. Jetpack, stop. No. In the words of Oji-san, kawaii baby. It's not. Shut up. Okay, boys. But yes. So I didn't mean to get in a tangent about my glasses. Didn't that kind of we derailed there for a little bit. We derailed there for a little smidge. But yes, glasses. I do wanna think eventually look into maybe. Isn't this podcast all tangents? This episode has been a lot more yappy, a lot less podcasty. And we do have a ton of the Q&As still. There was like hundreds of them came through. Podcast? I thought this was a cafe. I mean, you can have a coffee, sit down, enjoy your time here. We only covered one topic. Exactly. Spoilers. I still want to talk about scheduling and socializing, which are two important topics to unpack this week, because this week is kind of full schedule, a very full packed schedule, and still feel like I can't get everything done. Very exciting week. We have a full day of meching on Thursday. We're gonna check out a bunch of new mech games, and then we have some more cool collaboration streams coming up this week. Thoughts on contact lenses? Yeah, so that's what we kind of were talking about, weren't we? Contact lenses. I never had them. They are also expensive. So like the thing is, contact lenses are expensive, and they're kind of like, you know, the whole thing you have to deal with. And I don't know how contact lenses would work with me being bifocal. Like I've never actually looked into it, how expensive they'd be, how difficult they would be, because it just seems like a whole challenge. And then I just kind of can't imagine myself without glasses. LASIK on the table? Never. I don't think I'd ever do LASIK. But once again, very expensive, and then also it would mean I would not wear glasses. And to me, I'm a glasses person. I think I will always be a glasses person. You know, like that's who I've come to be as an individual. I'm the dorky friend with the glasses. You know, it encompasses. It feels right. Like sometimes some people wear glasses like you don't really feel like you're meant to wear glasses. Boys, I'm the kind of person, I've got the genome, the type, the spirit of a person who has glasses. It was meant to be like this for me. The genome, the nerd phenotype, exactly. I was worried about falling asleep with taking them off. I'm also pretty bad. I brutalize my glasses. I just kind of stand on them, break them, like, and I keep them for so much longer than I should. I often had spent a lot of my years of uni with my glasses taped together. Not the bridge, but like I had like one of the side arms duct taped together because I stood in it and broke it and I couldn't afford to replace it. So for like most of my uni, I had like the side thing taped together with duct tape, and then often I don't have any of the nose pads left because I end up stepping them or they're breaking off. Currently, boys, I don't have any nose pads on my glasses. It's just that like metal piece sitting directly on my nose because they broke off ages ago, and I just can't be like, I can't like justify getting the replacement yet. This happened with the last pair as well. I really need some new glasses eventually. That's nerd on hard mode. Yeah. I had my last pair, so I just got the plastic ones without the nose pieces. I think I'm gonna have to do that eventually. Are they still comfortable? It only digs into my nose slightly. Let me sip more of my coffee. Yo, Hammer Strike! Thank you for giving us up to a exhausted Gundam. We can't be exhausted about Gundam, we gotta be excited about Gundam, because the new G-Quacks was incredible. Wait, Family was reviewing characters' poor glasses? Twitch is going through a glasses trend? I didn't think so, probably just a coincidence. Will G-Quacks be movie night someday? Someday, definitely, when it comes out. G-Quacks are piloting giant metal ducks. They are. You have to watch the movie to find out more. Grandpa is tired. You heading to sleep? That's all good. Take care of yourself. I tried to change out of the glasses topic and we went back into the glasses topic. Apologies. Oh, the kitty. Yeah, I keep thinking about the kitty. I keep thinking about it. It's so beautiful. It's so well depicted. It's such a beautiful depiction of it. Just gorgeous. Oh, I'm not keep talking about Gundam dorking out. Let's get into talking about scheduling, socializing, as we've talked so much about spoilers. Severance, if you want to see me talk about Severance spoilers, please catch last stream. I did have a segment in which I couldn't resist myself. I was like a rat in my rage cage. I was like, let me talk about Severance, and I finally broke and the floodgates opened, and I kind of talked about my Severance opinions, which are open to change as the series continues, but I'm going to try and do my best to not say anything else about Severance, because I was going insane, cat. I really just wanted to talk about Severance so badly. Imagine if Gendo had contract in Evangelion, he'd have a total different vibe. Had contacts in Evangelion? Yeah, some people have, you know, the glasses vibe. You need it. It becomes one with the being. It's essential to who they are. Talking about essential. Hi, Quintessential. Welcome. How you doing? I hadn't said hello to everyone today. It's not meant to. It's the pod. I'm meant to just keep it easy and chatty and not dork out about Gundam movie. But, well, can't be helped. Rebuild Gendo glasses are fire. Did they ever do like a collaboration or something where you could get those Gendo glasses? It feels like they probably would have, right? They definitely would have. Yeah, let's talk about scheduling. And let's talk about socializing, because this week's schedule is packed. And I want to try and keep the next few weeks packed with a lot of things. In fact, my month is already got a bunch of things popped in. Some cool commitments, some cool campaigns that I'm feeling very fortunate to be involved with, as well as new games that we are checking out, which is going to be wonderful. Google says yes, licensed Gendo glasses do exist. See, of course it would have. You can live your entire life on just Evangelion merch. It's like that. I would have been shocked if it didn't say that the Gendo glasses existed. Yeah, Eva collabs with everything. Speaking of scheduling, do you still want to watch Iron Giant Cinema Tap Pack? It was intention to do watch along tonight, and we're gonna have to put a pin in that. I'm not committed to the watch along today because I do need to get business stuff done, but it is more of a possibility rather than a guarantee today, just because of how busy the rest of the week is going to be. As all tomorrow I have doctor's appointments, so tomorrow, which is my day off, which I would want to do actual like admin work, I'm not going to be able to because I'm running from clinic to clinic doing tests. Which is gonna be fun. So fun. I love being prodded and strapped into the machine, and yeah, great. So we'll see. Because talking about scheduling, at the moment, it's the schedule is a bit weird. It's one of those things where in the past I've always taken about like 2 to 3 days off a week to try and get things done, but one of my days a week, every week for the foreseeable forever, seems to have to be medical stuff until everything gets sorted or I get the go ahead that I'm looking okay. Which it really does, it gets in the way of the you know, you can't do anything else. I don't know about you boys. I have a really bad waiting brain where if I have something penciled in for a certain time in a day, I hate penciling things in for the afternoon. If possible, I will always try and do appointments in the morning, because if I wake up at like early in the morning, the appointment's at like 4, I'm getting jack shit done. I will be spending the entire day thinking about the things I need to do, but will I physically be able to do those things? God no. God no, because my brain is just waiting. It's waiting for that thing I need to do in the afternoon. And yeah, no, I know this is an ADHD thing. This is an fucking ADHD thing. Mornings are like essential for mornings to be appointments, because if there's an evening appointment, the other stuff I could do in the morning, that ain't happening. It's like you literally can't commit to anything else. Yep. Holy crap. Idle animation. You basically just until the actual appointment. Zem, thank you so much for 27 months. Wow, 27 months, Zem. Thank you so much for supporting the stream for so long. I sincerely appreciate you choosing to resupport what I do. Thank you. Looking at the clock every 10 minutes, just waiting. It's the worst. It's the worst. So with these doctor appointment stuff, it's totally messing with me, waiting brain-wise. With wanting to get stuff done on those days, but only being able to commit to that thing. So scheduling with a brain that wants to do that is a fun little trick. It's a fun little experience. You spend all day worrying you'll miss it or you'll be late. Yes. By the time I get home from work, I want to do literally nothing. That's also the thing. That's the post-stream brain sludge. If I have something in the middle of the day, I can't do anything before that. I'm so glad you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. It's so frustrating. It's so incredibly frustrating. Also, hi, Dr. Prince Bones. Welcome to the stream. So because of this, it's scheduling has become its own kind of struggle. But I'm an organized businesswoman. I feel like, you know, I'll find a way to get everything done. But the thing is, when it's like, it's the same thing with socializing. It's like yesterday, I was like, I'm gonna get so much done. And then Mexis is like, we're gonna get lunch. And then you're like, wow, where did like 5 hours go? And you realize you're standing there dissociating in a children's clothing store with your sister, where she goes, do you think this gingham is better than this gingham? This gingham's better than this gingham? I'm like, yes. That one. Why not both? Do you know how expensive children's clothing is? And all that for the child to grow out of it in a week. It's crazy. It's crazy. She's like, I put Mech niece in an outfit last week she cannot wear this week. They are like, it's like $20-$30 for a t-shirt the child will grow out of in a week. Oh, Johnny, thank you so much for 20 months of support of this damn stream, dude. I really appreciate it. Thank you for supporting for a whole 20 months. That's a really long time to be around here. So thank you so much. Thank you for supporting what I do. This is why folks need to relearn how to make their own clothes at home. No, Mexis is actually notoriously a thrifter for all of her Mech niece's clothes. She did this thing where she went like markets and like marketplaces and stuff and bulk bought a bunch of like old baby clothes and stuff. She's very smart about it. But more, she was just kind of teasing me, trying to work out what it was. I was like, what are we doing here? Where am I? Yeah, secondhand, exactly. Specifically for all that kind of stuff, it seems. But also, I'm also Trinaire. I'm a massive advocate for repairing clothes and maintaining your clothes. Learning how to sew buttons back on is an incredible skill. Learning how to patch loose threads is a very valuable skill that everybody should have. I really believe that. Actually, it reminds me, there's like a loose pocket coming off my favorite bag, and I need to sit down at some point with my hand and like a needle and thread and restitch it. I noticed that this morning before stream, and I was like, when am I gonna find the time to do that? I gotta sit down and stitch that up. Swifting at Vinny's and Salvo's, my favorite shop, and loves a good op shop, honestly. Oh wait, this is just episode 4, new stream thing. How are you liking it so far? How are you liking it so far, Insomnia? This is episode 4 of the Unpacking pod. I think today has been a lot more yapping and a lot less podcasting. We should actually get into the Q&A segment in a little bit, which is kind of a large part of the pod in which people ask questions, and I do my best to answer them poorly. Although, I did say I was going to talk about the books I've been reading, and I keep on putting that off. Nice and cozy. Today's been a little bit more chaotic. Today's pod's been more chaotic than the last few ones. Let me grab the Unpacking pod questionnaire form. Responses, individual. Go. Okay. I think that's. Oh, the problem is there's like so many of them. Okay, let me click through. Oh my gosh, you guys answered the most. Okay, let's go to one. Let's go to most recent questions first. There we go. That way I can go back through the questionnaire form. Try and get some of the most recently submitted questions answered. To delete the ones to answer, I need to work out a better system for the questionnaire form, actually. I think I might do a new form for the next season of the pod and work out a better system, because the current system, it kind of throws them together randomly and it's a little bit overwhelming. And so I need to think of a better process for it. Also, talking about updates and changes for the pod, might have gotten some cool updates on the idea of having a unique theme song and intro, and I cannot wait to share them with you boys. I cannot wait. They're currently in the works, being tweaked and developed, and I'm really happy with the person I'm working with for the actual graphic design for the intro for the pod. If they're kind of on the same creative page that I am for the concept, I think it's going to come together really interesting when it's all done. It might not be done to the end of this month though. So this whole first month of the pod will be kind of the test run, and then I think for the start of April we'll have the January, February, March, April. Yeah, for the start of April we'll have the new intro, and maybe we'll have our first ever guest episodes at the start of April, which I'm really looking forward to doing. Quintessential, thank you so much for being a Prime Pack and for supporting the stream for 6 months. Thank you so kindly. That's so good to hear. Yes. Metal polka intro? Not exactly. Not exactly. But yes, the questions. I should get into them. But first, the book I have been reading. Yeah, professional. This whole month is going to be continuing kind of testing out, vibing out what the pod's like and seeing if you guys are enjoying. I'm really glad how much you guys are liking it, because I'm having a lot of fun with it as well. It's a nice little reprieve in between, you know, the other cool streams we do. Just have this dedicated point to just talk about, geek out about whatever shows we've been watching, what music we've been listening to, answer some questions. I really love it as this little capsule stream that we get to do weekly, and so I can't wait next month when it finally becomes I feel like it finally finds its butterfly, it leaves its cocoon. It's a nice easy start to the week. Yeah. So talking about movies we've been watching, G-quacks, and talking about spoilers and movie trailers. Let's also talk about what books we've been reading and music we've been listening to, because I do like talking about the new music I've found. Oh boys, I found the worst band ever. They're so trash and I love them. I love them. You ever find a band where you're like, this might actually be trash music, but why does it make me feel? I found a band, an artist, and it like activates my teenage angst like it's a goddamn sleeper agent. Like it's like I'm a goddamn hound dog. I ain't nothing but a hound dog. And I like the music, the lyrics, the way the guy, the voice of the main singer, it's all perfectly crafted to just like make angsty little teenage jets so well, not active, but like just awake. Hello, I'm here, I'm listening. It's not hipster. I wouldn't say it's the hipster jets. It's specifically angsty teenage jets. That's what it locks into particularly. Back to your teenage phase. I'm mostly kind of moved on from a lot of, like, I'll go back and indulge here and there in a little bit of like Midwestern emo-y kind of stuff, but I tend to listen to a larger variety of music. But every now and then I'll find a particular artist and I just devolve. Yeah, like I devolve into like little emo jets. Yeah, hit me with that age regression bop. And I'm like, no, God. And it's almost, I'm always happy in some kind of cases when I find an artist like that, now that I'm older, because I'm like, thank God I found this now and not when I was a teenager. Because if this is messing with me a little bit now and I've got my frontal lobe fully developed, teenage me would have been broken. Like, teenage me would have been so fucked up on multiple levels by this musician. I'm so happy she never heard these lyrics. She would have crashed out. This would have altered the trajectory of my existence. I would have been worse off if I'd found this earlier. It would have been perfect. It would have been ideal. It would have hit. It would have hit so hard. But it's better off. It's better off that it didn't hit. It didn't hit like a semi-truck. he gets his Fall Out Boy and regresses so hard. I mean, yeah, no, like, there will be certain Fall Out Boy songs that will still play to this day, and I'll be like, oh! Like, if What a Catch Johnny ever comes onto my shuffle, I'm like, I've got troubled thoughts and a self-esteem to match. What a kid, like, it's, you know, it's, I bring out my lighter, like, I'm in my bedroom with my lighter, like, yeah, boys, and I can feel you, like, I'm doing the sways, like, teenage me is, like, it's like, there's a certain part of you. There's a certain little part of your soul, a little angsty gremlin that lives in the back of your mind, of your being. It's deep recessed in like the super ego or something. And sometimes you'll hear a particular song or you'll find a particular musician. You're like, and they get very, very happy. Me with American Sweethearts. Oh, dude. But it's like 16 Candles as well. It's also really good. Requesting regression karaoke night. That's kind of what we do with Sad Bastards karaoke, but I try and keep it mediated. I try and not go truly into the dank for Sad Bastard. Keep it a little bit American football-y. Keep it a little bit Wilco-y. A little bit classy, if you will. I try to. I indulge in some trash every now and then. Hey Jess, any weird thoughts lately? Always. I'm a streamer. It's basically, I'm employed with the job of having weird thoughts in front of a live studio audience. Emphasis on try. No limits, don the fedora and tuxedo shirt. The t-shirt and ties combination, as the great Alex Turner once said. But yes, do you guys want to hear the musician that totally fucked me up? It's so angsty. It's so angsty. But like it's the combination of like pure angst lyrics and like pure like Midwestern math rock guitars. I'm like, this trash right here. It is my trash and I love it. All right. I'll play the most popular track they have on Spotify, and this will probably be muted, so heads up. Play. You already hear it. You already hear it, boys. You already hear it. You already hear it. I hear it. Okay. I should screenshot the band actually, so you guys can, before I do, let me say, I'll just grab a snip of the band so you guys can see who they are. This is the band. Here's the song we are playing. It's that most popular song. Save. So I put it on the screen while we listen to like a little bit of it, because we're going to listen to all of it. It'll probably definitely get DMCA/muted. Here's the band. They're called Sports Full Stop. Yep. And here's the music. Boys. Oh! Oh! Way! That riff, gentlemen! It's like, yes, angsty lyrics, yes, hit me with it. Just lying awake in bed until 2 p.m. on Saturdays, just wasting myself away. Oh yeah, I'm so sad. It's so trash. I love it so much. It's great. The guitar is so good. So yeah, this is Sports. And then they just like have completely activated the angsty sleep radiation that exists in me, and I kind of been listening to them for the last 2 days. It's bad. The instrumentals are great. Like, if it was just instrumentals, I think I would, like, feel confident to say in public that I like them. But the lyrics are so angsty. Like, it's okay. The thing that divides the math rock from the Midwestern emo is the main difference is one of them is someone just saying the words they wrote in their like high school diary. That's the main division. You got like proper math rock and like post rock, and that like it's like kind of more like musical, and then you got Midwestern emo, and the defining feature of this is just some person who is just like saying their like angsty high school diary entries. That's the difference, and that's not for everybody. It's not for everybody, and honestly, I get it. I get why, but Teenage Jets, I listened to it at too much of a pivotal point, and now my brain is forever broken. And I wish I was better. But if you listen, there's like been tests done, like studies done. Unfortunately, whatever you listen to when you're 16 is stuck with you forever. And I fucked around and listened to Midwestern emo when I was 16, and now I'm irreversibly broken as a person. Like, yes, do I like Brian Eno? Do I like do I like actual good music? Like, do I like the quality songwriters like Wilco and Kate Bush? Yes, but also unfortunately, for better, for worse, I did listen to Midwestern emo lyrics when I was a teenager, and there's part of my brain that irreversibly is okay with that. Music memory is powerful. When you lose your mind, that's the last to go. Woo! It's truly not a phase. It's unfortunately not a phase. You're stuck with it forever, which is not... If I could go back in time, I would have told Teenage Jets to just remove that one. You can keep listening to the Death Grips. You can even keep listening to Neutral Milk Hotel. That's fine. But maybe step away from the front bottoms. Step away from the mom jeans. Jets, put down the mom jeans. Put it down. Keep the. You can even keep Twin Fantasy by Cassie Headrest. You can do it. You can keep that. Just put down. You can have your American football. All right. You can do it. Just hand over the Midwest emo. Hand it over, Young Jets. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, if I could maybe... It's like, it's because it's the most trashy. It's the most trashy, and I can't help it. I still love it. I was like, you can have the My Bloody Valentine. Just hand over the Hot Liar. Jean's an American football fan? Who is an American football fan? Sports. I love sports. Woo, let's go team. Let's go American football. Let's go. Woo, woo. I love the ball game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the sports. Go sports ball. Ball. Yeah. It's a little too late, unfortunately. But like, I got into like this. Actually, I love sports. I love sports. I've been watching sports all week. I'm a big Packers, let's go. God damn it. But who would you be? Who you are without your music taste? Like, that's the thing is, like, my music taste in the general is pretty freaking all over the place, and I'm very not prejudiced or pretentious to my music. I will listen to what is considered the elite music enjoyer's choice. you know, I'm listening to the music and Enjoyer's Choice. I love Velvet Underground and Money Store, like whatever. But also I am not above trash. I love me some trash, and I'm not even above pop music. There's some really good pop music out there, you know. Like that's the thing. It's like I'm not above listening to most anything. I love Dolly Parton. I love Dolly Parton. Gotta love the New York Jets. Love the Jets, baby. Yeah, I love country. I love a lot of folk music, unironically. Not like Mumford & Sons. Sorry if you like Mumford & Sons. I'm sorry. I take that back. That was a bit mean. I don't like all folk. I don't like Fleet Foxes either. Fleet Foxes are a bit too cliche for me. I do like I like Bob Dylan, and I like Purple Mountains. I like Silver Jews. I like Microphones. I freaking love Blue by Joni Mitchell. Yeah, like there's like a bunch of I love a good solo singer-songwriter with a guitar classic 60s style. I love endless trash forever. But the thing is, like, just like what you like, man. Johnny Cash, love Mr. Johnny Cash. Love Mr. Johnny Cash. Have you heard of the Vodka? Devo? Is that like Russian Devo? The Vodka. Nope. Never heard of these guys. Have I? Oh, they're from the Eternal Miss Sunshine album. They were featured on intro. Wait a second. I've definitely listened to the Little Miss Sunshine motion picture soundtrack before. So I probably have listened to them, but not like went out of my way to listen to them. One of those things where it's like, yeah, I always have like, I'm vaguely aware of a lot of music. I love Talking Heads. I freaking love Talking Heads. I love David Byrne. I regularly will sing Talking Heads music on stream for karaoke. I love also Fitzgerald. I like jazz music. I like old jazz. I've recently, the music I've been listening to, and this is the thing about my music taste. Chat, I'm listening to, the music I'm listening to is sports, and then I'll be like, let me listen to, the Dave Brubeck Quartet. I'm like, let me follow up this. I try. I'll be like, yeah, let me follow up this with this. And I'm like, yeah, that's a very normal. Like, why? Like, I will follow up. I'll literally be like, that was some nice, tasty trash. Now allow me to make pickled carrots by listening to the Dave Brubeck Quartet. All right. All right, Jean Faymas. That's fair. That's completely fine. Or like, I'm so into Brokeback at the moment. I'm obsessed with the Field Code recordings. This album is beautiful. It's so pretty. Listen to this. Wait for it. I love this album. I'm so obsessed with it at the moment. Wait for it. It gets really pretty. It's so nice. The field recordings from the Cook Country water table. Wait. It's an instrumental, but it's a beautiful instrumental. So, like, it builds in. You're like... Yeah, it's a song. Oh! It's so vibey! And it's been really hot. It's been so nice to listen to on hot days. Just so good. This is The Field Code by Brokeback. And it's like, ugh. And then I'll go and listen to like sports. It's so good. It's just so pretty. So that whole album is gorgeous instrumentals. I'm just really into that album. And listen to a lot of Teddy Wilson at the moment, more jazz I've been listening to. Man, that's the thing. That's the thing. Also, I'm kind of obsessed with, I kind of also a bit of like a late, like a 90s, early 2000s kick. Listen to lots of Bell Sebastian. And I'm a little bit back into LCD Sound System again. I'm a little bit back into I love Strawberry Girls. Yeah, I love Strawberry Girls. A little bit into like listening to a bit of lots of Yola Tango and a lot of LCD Sound Systems original stuff again, which is, it happens. I go through phases where I'm like, time to listen to heaps of Yola Tango and Bell Sebastian and LCD Sound System. Yeah, you gotta let it soak in. That's why I like a good instrumental. It can just really feel an atmosphere. I listen to a lot of instrumentals. It's a habit I picked up from when I art school. Like, because I picked up a lot of instrumental artists I liked to listen to while painting. Same honestly, I couldn't manage limiting my taste to a genre too. I could imagine it in regards to some people just, that's just the way they are. For me though, I love the variety because there's a different song for a different feeling for a different moment constantly. And I'm really adore instrumentals. I'm almost more of an instrumental person nowadays than I am a lyrics person. I would think I would enjoy Sports, that band I showed beforehand. The lyrics are fun and totally activate angsty jets like a sleeper agent. But I think I would enjoy that album just instrumental. Wait, I'd be able to actually enjoy it more regularly. Yeah. I'm always the lyrics of instrumental for most songs. I was for ages, but nowadays I'm a little bit more into, because I've been listening to a lot of jazz and a lot of ambient electronica kind of stuff, which is always, instrumental. I can't imagine myself being limited to a band or three. Oh God, I could imagine to be limited to 3 bands. That kind of would be crazy to me if you only listen to just 3 bands. I mean, I did just listen to the Smiths for like. That's not true. That's an exaggeration, but it's also kind of closer to the truth than I would like to admit. I did kind of only listen to the Smiths like daily for like years, but that was possibly psychosis. I should have been institutionalized. Like, yeah, probably. I very rarely get new songs and bands into my system. I weekly do at the moment. Like, I don't know. I love a good deep dive, man. I love a good deep dive, finding a new song, a new track. Because I also like getting really into like one particular song and then never listening to it for years. I have so many random playlists. I was like, oh God, I forgot I found that song. That song's great. Little Smiths-induced psychosis. If there's any band that's gonna do it to you, it's gonna be the Smiths, man. How do you find music, Jets? It really depends. In the past, for ages, it was because I was reading a lot. I was reading lots of musical autobiographies, and then every time the musician would mention an artist they like, I went and I'd found that artist and made big playlists of. Like, I made big playlists of every single time an artist was mentioned in Johnny Marr or Morrissey's autobiographies. I just collected them, and then it was like, so I had all these musicians from all that history, from like the 50s all the way up to like the 90s, and then I kind of was like, through that, the ones I liked, I was like, oh, what's more in this genre? I was like, oh, I really like 60s girl groups, and there was a lot of them suggested by Morrissey and Marr, so I found more 60s girl groups, and that's how I fell in love with like the Shangri-Las. And then like they mentioned a bunch of kind of 80s musicians in the new wave that were doing stuff around their time period, and I kind of got into new wave through that, and then you kind of fall into finding and then you realize a lot of music is a web. I mean, a lot of arts is a web. Everyone kind of is inspired by everybody, and they all link back to the Velvet Underground. But they all link together. You kind of, you end up on these little paths and these streams where you're like, oh, I really like this sound. And you're like, okay, what's that sound? Oh, here's a bunch of other artists doing that kind of thing. You go into the kind of shoegaze, and you realize it's kind of grunge. Then you get into like, you get into like My Bloody Valentine, and you get into the Pixies, and if you get into the Pixies, you end up in either Smashing Pumpkins territory, or you end up in like Galaxy 500. You're like, oh, Galaxy 500 is good, and then if you like, you kind of just jump from, you know, you jump around. Velvet Underground for Pixies, and the Pixies themselves are inspired by Velvet Underground, so it's kind of, it becomes like a little bit of a web. That's how I tend to find it. I do use a lot of the suggested categories on Spotify. Like when you're making a playlist, they'll recommend you songs for the playlist. I love refreshing that constantly and clicking through things. And then if you go into an artist page, they go like similar artists. I love just going doom 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 doom. Like you go down like a rabbit hole where like you start with Talking Heads and you end up with an artist who has like 3 listens, and you're like, oh, how did I end up here? I love doing that, and just like clicking around and just seeing what like jumps out to you. It's like vinyl deep like dumpster diving, but on Spotify. And generally, I do own a couple vinyls which I've gotten on like record store days. When they do like, I don't know if they have record store day where you're from, Jetpack. I think everyone does record store day, right? The big thing where all record stores have like unique releases on record store day, and then they have like a bunch of like you get like a bunch of cheap records. Just actually trying to find stuff with cool album covers, or if I've like heard of the artist but never checked them out, that's another way to do it. Rat, welcome into Formed. Oh, hi, Rat. I mainly use Spotify's weekly release radar. See, I haven't used the Spotify weekly release radar. I way prefer doing the like chain deep diving from artist page to artist page. That's the way I like to find stuff. And also like don't underestimate the YouTube recommended for jazz. If you ever want to find jazz, just get in your YouTube algorithm to just click on like 2 random instrumental Japanese jazz albums in the 70s and you're set. If you ever want to find niche jazz, just click on like the one of the dog, the one of the beagle with the flying beagle. Click on that, then click on can. Yeah, click on the beagle, and then what's the other one? The one it's is it can? Is it can? No. It's not can, is it? Yeah, I think it is Can. Vitamin C by Can. No. I'm thinking of a different album. Can is good. I do like Can. But no. It's the Cassiopeia. Yes, sorry, it's Cassiopeia. If you want good suggestions, click on the Flying Beagle and click on Cassiopeia, and maybe like Mort Gartson's Plantasia, and like do like a full album listen on YouTube, and then your algorithm will be set for like weeks, and you'll just have like a bunch of good suggestions on YouTube for Cassiopeia, and then maybe like Yellow Magic Orchestra. Yeah. Maybe like, so listen to Cassiopeia, and then listen to what's the one YMO album? Listen to specifically Raiden. Yeah, maybe listen to listen to Solid State Survivor by Yellow Magic Orchestra on YouTube, and listen to Cassiopeia, and then your algorithm will work out the rest of it for you. And like Japanese fusion jazz 2 hours. You like jazz? Thank you, Blinky, for 11 months of support. Electric Light Orchestra? No. The superior, the intelligence man's choice of YMO, Yellow Magic Orchestra. And then if you get into Yellow Magic Orchestra, then you get into all the members of Yellow Magic Orchestra, because they all end up going off and doing their own solo stuff, which is great. So you kind of end up in that rabbit hole, which is wonderful. Hello, Miss Faymas. It's been a little bit. I hope you are. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well, Blinky. Thank you so much for choosing to support the stream for 11 months of support. Stopping by and continuing to support what I do, buddy. I appreciate it. I feel like I need a document of Jet's recent music recommendations. I don't think necessary. I don't think I'm the qualified music suggester. My music is all over the place. Hi, your mum was here. Great name. Welcome in. Doing a right mind. Hell yeah. Jets, you're a national treasure. Now I'm just speaking the truth of the people. If you if you want jazz recommendations, listen to YMO, Yellow Magic Orchestra, and Yellow Magic Orchestra, Cassiopeia, Flying Beagle, and you'll be fine on YouTube. There you go. That's my hack to finding new music suggestions. But yeah, no, I feel like it's we live in an age where it's so easy and to find new music, but it's also so easy to just access your same old classics. You know, never underestimate the power of a music deep dive. Keep an open mind. I think on top of all of it, the reason why I find lots of different stuff is I'm incredibly open-minded when it comes to music and media, as much as I possibly can be. Like, as much as I can try and allow myself to, specifically with music. I've always tried to force myself to be really open-minded and not get settled too much into, like, this is what I like and it's the best. Because if I had stayed like that, I wouldn't have found or listened to half of the things I've listened to at this point in my life. And it had such like a wide music breadth that I've listened to. I've been listening to the same songs for over a year now, which is fine. Like, I'm not saying it's that it immediately it's better you're a better person because you have a wide breadth of music. No, not at all. It's not indicative of your quality of an individual. Full stop. At the end of the day, listen to what you enjoy, and you know, if that's the same song forever, that same song forever. But for me personally, I thoroughly enjoy having a bunch of different things to pull from and understanding a lot of different music. And the way I've went about that is by just listening to anything. And also, you can totally be aware that things you do like is trash. Like, I'm very aware that I like trash music, but I'm also aware that I sometimes am like, you know, I can listen to a classy tune or two. For a while, I thought the Unpacking pod meant Jean was going to play the Unpacking game, lol. We should do that episode of the Unpacking pod where I play the game Unpacking. It's a fun idea. I've been in the post-rock rabbit hole since I was at Godspeed You Brack Emperor gig. Dude, you saw Godspeed live? Brother, that's fucking sick. I love Godspeed. And also, I was totally in a post-rock hole for ages as well. Like, wait, would we consider Black Country New Road in that hole as well nowadays? I love the Black Country New Road. Like, I think that was like probably end of year 2 uni was when I was in like a little bit of a post-rock rabbit hole for a bit. Another recommendation, Mayoshita Takan. I know that name. Hold on. I've listened to I've listened to this artist. I'm following this artist. Yeah. I've listened to the this album that has Breezin' on it, and I've listened to some stuff off Brazilian Skies beforehand. I've never listened to the Star Wars theme cover. Never listened to that. But this is like city pop stuff, right? Is this like OG city pop guy? Obviously, I'm a weeb on the internet. Of course, I've had a city pop phase. Full transparency, Jetpack. You wanna know what my favorite city pop song is? Yeah, the one with him in front of the chalkboard. I've listened to. I have Samba Patty saved as a song. See, this is the thing. You end up finding songs. I have this song saved. Oh, I have this song. It's such a good song. I have this on like a summer playlist somewhere, I swear. Yes. Oh, it's so city poppy. Ooh. That's good. That's good shit, boys. That's so good. My favorite city pop song is... Yeah, it's a cliche, but it's just my favorite. It's such a jam, and I love it so much. This is my favorite city pop song. turn it down a little bit. It's just the ultimate. Woo! So light at Chinatown. Oh, it never doesn't hit. It hits so hard every time. Every time. And I love the cover. Let me grab a snippet of the cover of this one. Like, oh my god. It is so good. I don't know why. Never fails to make me happy. One of those songs that just like makes you feel good, makes you feel happy. Every time it comes on, I'm like, this is the city pop song in my heart. To me, this is even more city pop for my heart than like Plastic Love is. And I know that Plastic Love is the classic, but to me, this is like my Plastic Love. Fly Day Chinatown is, so fucking good. So good, so hard, goes so hard. The song, yeah, Samba was Samba Patty, the one we were listening to beforehand, which is great. It's chef's kiss. Like, I had a whole phase for a period where I fell into like super into like contemporary like jazz, like the Japanese kind of jazz fusion stuff. Like, listen to a ton of like Korinji, a ton of like who else was I listening to? A bunch of Lamp. Yeah, a bunch of stuff like that, which was really, really, really vibey. You just sometimes just jump around. You get into little phases. You get into little, and it's great. Little taste test, little charcuterie of music, if you will. Why did YouTube recommend Plastic Love to everyone a few years ago? YouTube does that, man. That's classic. Classic YouTube. Gotta run. That's all good. Take care of yourself. I mean, oh my god, I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. We probably only have another half hour of the pod, because the pod's only meant to be about 3 hours long max, 4 hours long max. So I should get into answering questions. We've kind of got distracted on the music share segment of the pod, but I like doing this. I like taking a little bit of time to talk about music. This is like the perfect corner. This is like the perfect spot to do this, to talk about and geek out a little bit about music. It's very fun, and share the things we listened to recently. We should maybe do an episode. We should maybe do an episode which is kind of a music suggestion episode. I'd like to have more stuff like this episode of the pod. We are unpacking Jetpack's music suggestions. That episode, I don't know how we'll go about when it comes to like DMCA stuff, but I think that would be very fun to do. I might have to look at like splitting audio tracks for that specific episode, so I'm able to like do it that way, or might be able to. I'll look into it, but it could be a fun idea to unpack Jetpack's music suggestions. Let's see, what are some of the questions people have sent in this week to answer before we have to wrap up the episode? Okay, the most recent question we've gotten is Jean Faymas, what are some games that you like /own /played but would never play on stream, and for what reason? I've got a very simple answer to that question. Q&A section. Good question. My very, very specific classic answer. It is hold on. Why am I mental blanking right now? Steam library. Where is it? Holding. It's in my Steam. Where is it? Why can't I? Disco Elysium. I really want to play Disco Elysium. I've had Disco Elysium for ages. And I feel like I've decided I want to play off stream because I want to be able to immerse myself. Like, I think it wouldn't be a bad stream game to necessarily play live, actually. I think I would have a lot of fun playing it live with you all. It's more just, I wouldn't want to be here trying to do witty bits and joking around and not being able to just like close like my brain off and just focus and immerse myself in the world building. I did jokingly say like Disco Elysium would be a game which, like, if I ever had like a second channel where there was like no VTuber and I didn't feel like the need to constantly be like, I have to do things which are wacky and engaging, I would maybe play Disco Elysium on something like that. But then I was like, well, if I'm going to go to that extent of doing, you know, doing all that nonsense, I might as well just play in my own time. Like a Jets Offline channel? Yeah, like a Jets Offline channel where I'm like, this is me not online, but I am. That would be maybe the way to do it. I saw a FleshTuber do a very, very successful stream recently. Some people were wary of it not being good on stream, but it's fun. It's also an incredible piece of art. No, I don't necessarily think we wouldn't have fun with it on stream. I think I'd actually would have fun streaming Disco Elysium. It's more just me wanting to have at least one game that I experience completely not with streamer brain on, not with streamer brain activated, if that makes sense. Because there's a unique experience you get from playing games as a streamer, which I love, which is why I love streaming, which is why I love streaming video games. But I wonder if Disco Elysium would be the one game which would be like worth doing entirely outside of the world of streaming and let it be its own little thing. It's just the last communist or the hobo cop, or perhaps a secret weird third thing. I think I'd be the secret weird third thing. Not that you think you necessarily need to include other people and experience incredible pieces of art. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Streamer also did this with Baldur's Gate 3 because it's like a 150+ hour campaign. Yeah, a game that I probably would never get around to playing. Baldur's Gate. Hello, Jets. Hello, chat. Hi, Sleeping Serious. Welcome to First Time Chatter with Jetpack sub. Were you maybe sub gifted? I hope you enjoy your emotes. Welcome in. How you doing? Do you think you couldn't shift out that streamer mode? Well, that's the thing. The thing is, even if it was a second channel, I've talked about this. Even if it was a second channel, which I was like, I won't be in streamer mode. I won't be in like, get streamer mode. And I'll be like, all right, guys, I'm playing for like, I don't think I could actually not like properly click out, because it's too fun to be in. Does that make sense? Like the second I see someone in chat, I'm like, okay, let's do bits. Like, let's do bits. You know, my brain is like, no, time to do bits. I don't think I can turn it off. Like, I don't think I can. And it's because it's not like I want to. I like doing bits. I like streaming and being in streaming mode. I can't help myself. It's too much. It's too fun to do that. Okay, let's do some bits. Let's make a new channel. So I think the answer is, the reason why I've always wanted to play Disco Elysium, but I haven't played it yet, is because I'm like, I feel like I want to do it offline. But here's the problem, is I'll start playing Disco Elysium offline and I'll be sitting there, be like, yes, boot it up, Jean Faymas, finally time to enjoy a game, not online, just not as a streamer, and I'll be sitting there and I'll be like, God, I wish chat was here. I'll be sitting here being like, oh, okay, this is real fun, but this would be way more fun if chat was here. I just feel like that will be the case. That would be the case. What if you get a moment in the game where you really want to share with chat, you're not streaming? That's the worry. That is the worry. I'll be like, I'll have a moment, I'll be like, fuck, I wish I was streaming this game. This would be so good if this was on the stream. I missed the moving wall of text. No. Yeah, but that's to answer your question. What are some games you own and you'd like to play on stream but you haven't? And it's Disco Elysium. It's the one game. It's the one game for some reason that like lurks around. I think it's like it makes sense. I think most people would understand why that's the game. A lot of text, very immersive, very atmospheric in a way that teeters on. It could be a really good stream game, but it also could be a really good solo experience. So I often find myself being trapped of what the hell to do with that game. Jet Hunt, thank you so much for 9 months of support. Thank you everyone for choosing to come back and re-support this month. I really appreciate it. It's crazy to think that it's now fully March. So I have been back for a whole month last month since it was my break. And I'm so happy to to be back for another month of streaming. It feels like last month was a bit all over the place. Getting our footing, getting myself readjusted to the new location, the new schedule, and like things happen, like the stuff I'm dealing with currently with my health, which has kind of thrown a bit of a spanner in the works, if you will. But I want to take a small second to thank you all for coming back to the stream after my break. Once again, being such a really supportive and understanding chill community of people who were so supportive of me having to take the time off, and have been just like really supportive about how long it's taken me to get adjusted. I still feel like I am. It doesn't feel like I've been streaming back for a month yet, or even in this new facility for a month yet, and it's going to take a little bit longer, but you guys have just been such legends throughout the whole thing. And so I thank you all for your understanding, just being really chill. Wait, we're allowed to leave? No, by the way, also you can't leave. You cannot leave. You're stuck here forever. I'm sorry. Yeah, just want to say cheers. I don't know. I felt the need to say that. Cheers, seriously, all of you guys. Don't forget, you're here forever. It's been a process getting back into this, and I've been having a lot of fun. So thank you all. We lost our chance to get out. Haha, now you're trapped forever. All right, what's this here? Hi, Jets. Long-time chatter here. Hello, long-time chatter. What's your take on adaptations? Oh my god, this segues back into what we were talking about at the start of the stream. What? Streamer has chat withdrawals from playing so many games with a live chat. Yeah, Derpy, I might be exposing myself right now. You can check out anytime you like. No, this is the Hotel California. You can never leave. What's your take on adaptations? Animations to movies or vice versa? Do you think adaptations should be completely faithful to the source material, take creative liberties that take advantage of the medium, even at the risk of not staying faithful, or somewhere in between? Would also like to know how you'd personally go about making an adaptation. That's such a good question, because it totally segues back to what we were talking about earlier, but I did not actually answer this kind of question. I basically sat here and went, why is it the same? We didn't actually delve into what we feel about it. Should it be faithful? Does it need to make creative liberties? Should it serve as the medium? I'm gonna have a Jets art student moment, boys. I'm sorry. Please sit down comfortably. I'm gonna do Jets art. I'm gonna do a Jets art student moment. I'm sorry. So there is this quote. There's this very famous quote that stuck with me. It stuck with me for ever since I first heard it. I think it was like year 1. Which is, the quote goes, starting with a quote, required reading, gentlemen, okay? I hope you got your notepads ready. This will be on the test. It's by communication theorist Marshall McLuhan, and the quote goes, "The medium is the message." The quote is, "The medium is the message." And this quote and this theory and this concept is often like reiterated from McLuhan in various other works and like texts and theories about arts and communication regularly. Like you see it re-quoted again and again. And it's like, the medium is the message, is the quote. It essentially is like, it explains itself in the quote, really. It's about why are you choosing that medium? It's actually like, it's not even what you're saying, it's like how you're saying it. No, it's not. It insists upon itself. It's the idea about, it's the actual, the platform you use, the material you're using. Okay, you want to convey a feeling, right? In a piece of art. This is from an art standpoint. there's so many ways you can convey it, right? Crochet, paint, pastels, video art, a sculpture, ceramics, television, radio, text. There's so many different ways to tell and convey an idea or a feeling or something like that. And so what it devolves down, it's actually the medium itself is the message you're trying to make, you know? Why are you trying to say that like, you know, what, like the actual choice, the materiality you use in itself is like part of the message. Does that make sense? I'm probably butchering the explanation right now. It's like the change of scale, the pace, the pattern, those kind of ideas. Yeah, you guys get it? It tracks. And so I think this relates to the idea of the question, which is like adaptation. If the medium is the message, like when going about an adaptation, you really need to consider if the medium is the message. Why are so many animations being turned into IRL things? If the medium itself is the message, you know? It reflects very much on like this Western idea that animation's for kids, you know? It needs to be made real. It needs to be a realistic adaptation because it gives it some validity, and in that way it disregards the message of the medium of animation. Whereas meanwhile in lots of places, like in Asia, in Japan, you have like lots of Studio Ghibli films that handle very dark subject matter, and Gundam even, which handles very dark subject matter. A lot of Gundam is politics, but it's able to handle it in animation. And it's like this idea of like the medium, the choice of the animation is part of the message. Does that make sense? You know, that quote kind of starts making you think about all these kind of things, you know, makes you start considering it, which is why I really like that quote. It's a really easy throwaway quote, but it also makes your brain start chugging. It's like, that's the thing, because what McLuhan was doing, his idea from his book, it's from the first chapter of the book Understanding Media, The Extensions of Man, published in 1964, which has been on my to-read list forever, and I still haven't read it. It's like, I need to read this book. I need to read Understanding Media, The Extension of Man like, I've been wanting to read it since like year one uni, and I still haven't read it. It's like he wrote it during like 1964. This is like early television, boys. This is like television's going into everyone's homes kind of era. So what McLuhan was doing in this book is he's theorizing and considering the way seeing something on a television, the medium of television, what that means for the way we consume stuff. So he was kind of trying to like write about that and consider that. So because of the way the technology was shifting, so it was affecting the way we understand and communicated with each other. Because there's a difference I think he goes into, I think in that book, I think I've read a paragraph out of it about like the idea of jetpack. Did you know that old 60s televisions used to have covers for them? Did you know that? Like old 60s televisions used to have like little doors. A lot of them had like doors or curtains. You could get a little curtain because when you were done with the TV, you would close them. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, think about the way people used to interact with the screen, right? They'd put it in a little cupboard. Like, they'd close a curtain like you were at a screening for a theater, and then the curtains would open. You would actually close the screen, the little black box, what was hidden inside it. Like, this idea of, you know, these, then we're getting into like Foucault and like ideas of like, of utopias and other spaces, which is another essay you can read, which goes into this idea of like, what is the movie and the space behind the screen and the way that humans interact with like mirrors and stuff. Like that starts to unpack more theory about interacting with screens and everything, but that's probably getting a bit too fucking pretentious. But like, at its core, all I'm saying, I'm getting a little sidetracked. Sidetracked. All this is to say, to answer the question, do you think adaptations to be completely faithful to the source material? No. I cannot stand when someone's like, the book, it's not the same as a book. It's because it's not a book. A book is a book. You read the book. It's a completely different experience than a movie, completely different experience than a TV show, completely different experience than a painting, than a sculpture, because at the end of the day, the medium is the message. Why are you choosing to put this story, this narrative, why are you trying to share this feeling or message with an audience or a viewer through this specific medium? That's the question you gotta ask yourself when you're creating any kind of thing, maneuver. 100 accurate adaptation is impossible. Therefore, it's like, why? And that's why the How to Train a Dragon thing messed with me so much. Because I was like, this is so accurate. And then it begs the question of the medium being the message. Because the funny thing about the casting choices in that How to Train the Dragon thing is the actors are cast in a way that looks like the DreamWorks animation style. And the thing about animation is animation plays on ideas of shape theory and character design theory. You have like characters that are very triangular, very round, that they satisfying thing where you have like a really tall, slim character next to a nice round character, because you're playing on ideas of exaggerated form that you can only do in animation. You can only achieve those kind of ridiculous, exaggerated characters. And then you looked at the casting for the How to Train a Dragon, it's like, oh, they've just casted people that exist in real life, but it's like, wait, so what's the point? Huh? It's unusual. That's like why it messed with me, because I'm like, this fundamentally is screwing with my brain. The uniqueness is lost. Nobody actually reads Foucault. Northern Lion just pulls him up when arguing his chat, and that's it. Yeah, who would have read Foucault? It'd be insane. No, I notoriously was like, every time I had to mention Foucault in my art class, I was like, so, like, as Foucault, that cunt said, and my teachers would always laugh. I was like, Foucault, that bastard. He did make this one good point. My teacher, I just feel the need to always preface, whenever I refer to Foucault, it's like, Foucault, that absolute asshole. He did make one good point. You read Foucault to impress art girls at college. I didn't get meanie, bitches. What the fuck? What? Hold up. All I got from reading Foucault was reading Foucault. This isn't fair. Where's my bitches? Yeah. To be fair, there absolutely are movies that insist on being faithful recreations of the book, and that's how you get a 6-hour miniseries of Stephen King's books. I still don't understand what the hell Red Roses was about. There's a reason why The Shining is the best adaptation of any Stephen King work, and there's also a reason why Stephen King hates The Shining. Right? Because he hates that it's not like it's nothing like his book, but it's also the best ever adaptation of his work. Like, it's you take what you want and then you make the medium the message. So how would I go about taking the final point of the question of the adaptation is, how would you go about personally making an adaptation? Weirdly enough, I can say I've done this beforehand. So I kind of know explicitly how I'd go about. I would do an interpretation. You need to take what you're inspired by in the original format of the medium, and you need to construct it to serve the new approach, if that makes sense. We don't need to. I shouldn't make such grandiose statements. You can, if you want to, and if you're interested in it. I'm not trying to tell anyone how to live their life. Who am I to say like what you need to do with your art? Fucking hell. But it's more just it's very fun to be inspired by something and then transform it in a way you think would serve better with what you want to transform it to. Dalaran, thank you so much for Prime for 4 months. Speaking of mediums and message, subs alert are fleeting mediums that you can spend too long writing upon, but the message will be lost instantly in the sea of comments. No, I read your message. Thank you so much for being a Prime Pack, Dalaran. I appreciate it, dude. Take the Jurassic World films. I have never seen them. I'm never going to go see them. I'm not interested at all in the Jurassic World films. Shout out to the superb emotes. I'm glad you got like the emotes. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, sorry, to answer the question, I kind of went on a little bit of a tirade. All is to say is like, there's so many cases where like you read a poem or you see a photograph or it was a thing that a lot of the tasks or the assignments we were given in our mech studies were actually transformative assignments. You really are encouraged to challenge the way you are transformative with stuff. A bunch of them there was like in year 1 we were tasked with going to the galleries, like to like a really, really big gallery, and we were tasked with choosing a painting in the gallery, and then we were meant to do a transformative piece directly paying homage to that work, which is an adaptation. It's more of a interpretation, a homage, a tribute. Look at this photograph, but it could have been anything. It could have been taking a sculptural piece, a textile piece, someone did the really pretentious thing of taking the actual bench that you can sit on in the gallery and transforming that, which was very cheeky. I was like, that's cheeky. There's like something in the gallery, and everyone went for paintings, of course, because, a bunch of art students. Someone was like, nah, I'm doing the chair. Fucking chair. And it was really good. The piece that they created from it was really fun, and I quite liked it. But thinking outside the box and that kind of super art student bullshit. I know. But it was kind of cool. I don't know. I think a lot of art is about stealing. But when it comes to adaptation should always, I think it should be transformative. I think it should be transformative because it should be transformative with the intention to serve the best final product for the museum you choose to put it into. There's no point trying to make something it isn't. That's why the How to Train the Dragon thing is so weird to me. It's trying to make an IRL thing an animation. So much so that it looks like an animation, and like 90% of it's CGI anyway. So isn't it in some way it's just an animation with art? It's basically just RTX of the original movie. So that's why for me it's a bit weird, because it's like, is this the best way to tell the story? No, because the best way to tell a story has already been told. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you always have to think about the medium being the way to tell the message. There you go. That's my really long-winded answer to that question. I think I stumbled all over the place with that answer, and I got a little art student-y. I'm sorry, boys. I'm sorry. Wee art student-y. Sorry, this next question. Hi, Jean Faymas. I used to ship myself in a 3-way relationship with Shinji and Rei from Evangelion. What is your diagnosis about me? Sir, I am not a clinical therapist. You cannot. Sir, madam, whoever you may be, I'm not in the position to clinically diagnose you with your bullshit. I can go on an hour-long tirade about freaking a book from the 1960s about the concept of televisions in the US. I cannot tell you, but you should maybe talk to a professional. 3-way relationship. I think you're greedy. I think you're a greedy motherfucker. You wanted Shinji and Rei? You didn't self-insert as Shinji, which is interesting. You also diagnosed your bad taste. Yeah, why Rei? And not Masato? Also, Shinji? Also, you're bisexual, whoever you are. So, bro wants the cake and to eat it too. You're both kinds of cake. Harem root? Okay, maybe they're not greedy. Maybe they're just like a selfless lover. Maybe they're like, I've got so much love to go around. I gotta give it to both Shinji and Rei. Me, I've been over this. I could never do a harem. I can barely take care of like myself, man. I cannot take care of a harem. A harem would be so overwhelming. I would feel like I'm letting down everybody. Here's the thing. If I feel like I'd let down one person, I don't think I can handle a harem. Like, I just feel like... like, I feel like I don't have the energy and the personality to be able to be a appropriate, like, meaningful person for an individual. Okay, like, I'm a working businesswoman. I couldn't do, like, a whole harem of elf women. But they'll love me regardless. Yeah, but I'd feel bad, man. I'd feel bad. Also, Critter Orb, thank you so much for 3 months of support and the comfy pack. Unfortunately, this conversation's not exactly comfy. But thank you so much for supporting for 3 whole months. We got you. We got 'em, boys. 3 months of support. You're fully pack brain rotted at this point, sir. I'm married to the job, man. Harem enjoyers just don't know what they really want. They want everything. I just feel like I'd be constantly worried about letting everyone down. I'd be like, this is so much pressure. I gotta make sure everybody's happy. No one's happy. I'm not happy. This is chaos. It's too much responsibility. It'd be like spinning plates. It'd be like spinning plates on top of spinning plates. There's just too much of a juggling act. I get stressed out just thinking about the concept of harem. I get so anxious. I get almost nauseous. It's like, I can barely see my family and do work and do medical stuff. And you have to satisfy that many people? No! Amazing! Thank you so much for 17 months of support. Dude, I really appreciate that, buddy. Thank you for supporting for 17 months of support. Oh, someone telling me you should really give the final Kaneda trilogy movie, World's End, a shot. Yes! Jetpack's calling me out that I've watched I've watched the Kaneda trilogy multiple times. I've seen Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz multiple times, and I've still never watched World's End. I feel like it's because I heard once that World's End is not that great, and I'm really worried that if I do watch it, it would like be a letdown, and then it would kind of hurt me. But some people have been saying that it's not as bad as I've been led to believe. It's also one of those things of like, ending the Kaneda trilogy, as long as I don't watch World's End, and the Kaneda trilogy never finishes. It just exists in some kind of incomplete state of being in the back of my mind, and so I just like never kind of wanted to get into it. It's not as strong as the first 2 of the trilogy, to be honest. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've just like never like had the desire to sit down and watch it because I've got this little twinge of hesitation in the back of my mind. And also, Lonico, how you doing? The sort of thing that sounds good in your head, but in reality would be a fucking nightmare. Here, what does it say about me that a harem doesn't even sound good in my head? There's no part of a harem that has any appeal to me. Not even in theory. There's a single situation in which that seems like I would have a good time. like this just seems like a bad time for everybody. That's like realistic and based. Letting down one person would be enough for me. Imagine me having to let down like 5 bad bitches. Disappointing 5 bad bitches would, I think, kill me. It would be too much. Also, it has been 3 hours on the pod. We should probably wrap this up, but there is... Oh, these are some good questions, boys. I'm so sorry that we didn't get to the Q&A segment earlier, because these next two questions we can definitely delve into. These are all really good questions. Oh, I'm so sorry, boys. Next week we're gonna go first thing. We'll go straight into the Q&A segment because these are some really good questions. That will probably end up really getting into. So we'll finish it off on this question. I think it's a good question to call it, and then next week we'll probably get into the systems glitching, the Q&As. Today was more about spoilers and scheduling. I think today's main theme for today was media and spoilers. We did do a good bit of talking about that. Final question is, are some of us gonna make it? Nah, bruh. All of us are gonna make it. We're all gonna make it. I don't know. I like to believe in my spirit that we're gonna make. I think we'll, because I guess in some truth we are, because it's what you make of it, man. It's what you make of it. The indomitable tomboy spirit, right? We're gonna make it through this year if it kills me. But yeah, it's the indomitable pack spirit. If I can try and position myself here in front of you boys as a charging bull that does not give up no matter what's thrown at me, and if that in some kind of way can give you a little bit of secondhand gooey residue to push you a little bit more on those days where you're not feeling like you're gonna make it, that's the best I can try and do. Because I get it. I get feeling like there's days where you're not gonna make it. I get feeling like, how is this all gonna work out? The one thing I always tell myself is like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm gonna do this. That's like my little piece of advice I always have in the back of my head. So even if sometimes you're like, I don't know, we're gonna make it, you just gotta tell yourself, somehow, I don't know how. You don't have to, that's the thing, you don't have to have it all planned, man. You don't have to have it worked out. And you don't even need to know how you're gonna work it out. Just somewhere deep in your gut, tell yourself, like freaking gaslight yourself into believing that like, I got no idea how I'm gonna do this, but bruh, I'll win. Yeah, it's like when you go into a, okay, this is so gamer, I'm so sorry. But it's like when you first encounter a boss in Dark Souls. This is why I'm never gonna become a parent. This is why I'm not gonna become a mum. This is why I'm not gonna be a mum. Because my daughter would come up to me like, Mom, I have this thing and my crush, and well, sweet, you see, it's so, having a crush is like when you encounter a boss in Dark Souls. I'd sit my daughter down and be like, so, it's like when Mum first fought, Slave Knight Gale in Dark Souls. So you really want to just parry. So you just don't panic roll. Okay, I can't believe it. Okay, so this is the first boss in Dark Souls. So you're gonna die a lot. So this is like meeting White Glint at Line Arc, sweetie. See, honey, it's like The Sims. Well, but there's some truth to this. Like, when you first encounter a really fucked up boss, you're like, how the fuck am I gonna do this? But you kind of know. You're like, at this point, I got no idea what the boss's inputs are or anything like this, but I will do it. Like, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna do this, but I've bet Dark Souls bosses beforehand. I'm gonna be... Yeah, exactly. So you drink your Estus Floss in front of them, and they'll read your inputs, and then they'll punish you right away. Just get good. I gotta tell my child to get good. Yes, this is why I would never be qualified ever to have kids. This is what we've learned today, gamers. The one thing we've really learned today is Jean Faymas is not qualified to be a parental adult. But maybe I am qualified to be a cool aunt. I'll be like, yes, niece, you're having those troubles? Well, this reminds me of that one time in that video game I played. You and me both great, John. How you doing, gorgeous? How you doing? I'm having a great day. We are, I think, probably going to wrap up this episode of the pod right here on that note. I think that's a good fun note. Yeah, get some gals in the chat for the incredible grape. I think that's a good little Mom, answer me with game stories again. I think it's a good spot to wrap it up for today. I'm gonna have such good Christmas gifts. I totally am. I will be the best Christmas gifter. They're gonna love me mainly because I'll buy them like Xbox, PlayStation. And meanwhile, my sister's like, stop getting them video games. I'm like, they need to play Doom. They need to play Flash game on the computer. Cute girl comes on stream, immediately leaves. I'm telling you this. I can't deal with letting down the cute anime girls. Okay, we gotta. It's not that. It's that I should go make myself some lunch and try and be productive and get things done. And we should find someone to raid on the internet who is online. Thank you everybody for being here for episode 4 of the Unpacking podcast. It's been an absolute lovely time hanging out with you all today. I love having these little segments, really do. It's a wonderful, different little chance to just talk about anything. And we'll be back next week with more pod. We're doing way more Q&As next week because there's some really good questions in there and I want to make sure I answer. Thank you, Kalikaska, for the 1,000 bits to being productive. I'm going to do my best. Lock in, if you will. Who is online? Have we raided Lyra recently? How long has it been since we've raided Lyra, boys? She just started. Let's go raid Lyra. Do we have a movie watch along? Pin in the watch along updates in the Discord about what's going to happen with that. Take care, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. Been a little while. Let's raid Lyra. ! Raid gets you the raid message. You can use any kind of emotes or whatever you want to do in that raid message, or make up your own little saying. Let's start the raid. Thank you for being here at the pod today. This has been very fun talking about schedules, socializing, all that kind of stuff. We'll be back next week as we continue to work out what this is, and then hopefully at the start of next month it's going to be all fancy and we have some guests on, which I'm really looking forward to. Take care, Miss Famous. Take care, Twitch chat. Take care, everybody. I'll see you later. Sam Jam, take care of yourself. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. It's been an absolute wonderful time talking about anything and everything. This is the pilot season. Hey! It's the pilot season. Take care, boys. Go watch Gundam Quaxu. Go watch G Quaxu. Even if you're not a mech fan and you just watch the stream for the tomboy, do yourself a favor and get into mecha. It's a treat. I'm biased. I love sci-fi. I love big robots. You should do it. We're all gonna make it. Also, we all should become Gundam fans. Everyone should be Gundam fans. See you, Jets. Bye, everybody. Take care of yourself. Been a blast. Have amazing, wonderful, brilliant, and a lovely. And until next time, just in case I don't see you next time, thank you all for hanging out today on the Unpacking pod. I will be back. If not for the watch along, I'll be back on Thursday for Mech Gaming. We're playing the new Robo Wars. We're going to play some Sensuality and some Mecha Breaker and having a great time. So I'll see you all there for it. Au revoir. Adios. Take care. Good night. Have a good one. Thank you so much for hanging out this morning. I hope I got to help you enjoy your coffee. Goodbye. And if you're still here, thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it. Till next week.
This has been a Cynapse Inc. broadcast. Cynapse Inc. linking you with a safer tomorrow.